Hey, how's everybody today? I just came in from outside where I was messing around. I'm determined to get a garden going this year if it kills me. Let me get rid of these shoes real quick. Yeah, because I only wear those when the fireweed is out. There. Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm just kind of throwing this together. I got a couple of rolls in. I got a few rolls in. And fella's over on Twitter, he's a regular guy over there. And he sent bunches of stuff. We looked at some of it yesterday. Uh, I forget his name. Wait a minute. Sean. Yeah, I'm not going to give you his last name. Okay, is that the one? Yeah, yeah. He sent a bunch of stuff. And I like this one, the Federal Reserve Bank of the Big Show, and all this stuff's going to go into the Big Show, but I might keep some of it for education first. Wait a minute, hold it. What's going on here? I got to undo some stuff. All right, there. I got my mouse. Good, and we got some coins. And he had sent one roll, and I opened it up because, I can't help myself. There's Storm in California, Jeff Dunn. Jeff, you get your tracking number? Because it's gone. It's out of here. It's on the way to your new pad. Yep. All right. Well, we got to see what we got here. There, we got some space. I don't know where I'm going to put this stuff. I need, like, another desk. That's what I need. I need, like, bring in a desk, let me trash it, then get it out of the way, and bring in another desk. And where the other one went, I don't know. There's too much stuff here. Okay, we're gonna go through these things one at a time, and I got some flips. That's not enough. Okay, there, we got some flips ready. Ta-da! Good, there's a start. And we got some little piece of paper. There, we got some little piece of paper. Now we need a pen. I need a place to put the pieces. Okay, move that. Where's my Hoogie pen? Where's my pen? There. There. The three key things you got to have when you're looking at coins. The coins. Yeah, we got that. So I'm going to put them in. A way to identify it. And, the tool you need to identify it with. Okay, there. I think we're good. And then, of course, the camera, the scope, the webcam, proper lighting. Kill this fan. It's cool anyway. Some heat under my feet. And, and the scope, which is here. Okay, there's the scope. Let me see. Here, you can look at my smiling face. It's good to have a voice to go with the face, or the other way around. What's this say? Jeff Dunn, Spikehead Die Crack. There he is. That's him. Spikehead Die Crack. You know him. You love him. He sent all this good stuff. He invented this one. There, he invented the Federal Bank of the Big Show. I'm gonna leave that right here. Yeah, I gotta print those up and make it my. Other people have channel stickers. I think it'd be cool to have channel logo bank wrappers. You can probably do it. They got them cheap ones. Where are they? I usually have a million of them. What if you get like a stamp and just marked them? That'd be easy enough. Boink. All right, let's see what we got here, because we got a bunch of stuff, and I had picked out a few, and yeah, there's stuff in these rolls, but we got to identify it. That's not the button I want. There it is. Okay, now we got to set up a focus. Focus, that looks pretty good. Okay, it's 57D wheat penny. What's wrong with it? Why is it in here? I don't have any idea why this stuff is picked out and put in these rolls, but it says, what's it say? It says mixture of stuff. That's all we know. It's a mixture of stuff. That's the roll we're going through. Could be lug nuts. We don't really know. We're gonna find out. Okay, here's the back of that 57D. Okay, this looks pretty normal up here. I got like barrels of these around here. Okay, so I got a 1957D. I don't see anything peculiar or special, except it's a wheat penny, and people like wheat pennies. Yeah. Lady picked up a 1956D wheat penny. Wanted to know if it was good enough to collect. Of course it is. Save them all. Let's check the eyeball here. Okay, I think this is in here because it's a wheat penny. All right. Well, let's set that aside. Somebody will be happy to have it. What's that noise? People are talking. All right. Open that Joker. The Joker. That one? The big one? We're going to open that one last. Okay, 1957 D. And from Spikehead Die Crack. I just call it from Spikehead. That'll be good enough. There we go. That way I can get the stuff kind of organized and not lose it. There. Always handy to have like 50 boxes around. There. Next one. Okay, 1941 S. And what do you got there? We got a small S. Liberty looks good. 1941. You've got two different mint marks. Several dates in the wheat series have multiple mint marks that were used. So you can't have just a 1941 S. You got to have the large date and the small date. Let me say that right. You got to have the large S and the small S. Now I want to look at that particular S. What you got going on here? Got a lot of crud around there. Let me try rubbing that with a toothpick. See if we can. I'm gonna have to sharpen that. See if we can budge some of that funky goo. All right, where are you here? I'm gonna go right across the top of that, if at all possible. This is where the scope really comes in handy because I can't focus that close. Move up. Get out my way. I can't focus that close with my eyeballs. Are you kidding? Maybe when I was like 10, but not nowadays. Okay, there. See, I can see what I'm doing. Am I doing any good? Am I just making a mush? I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure here, but a lot of the stuff you're going to find is going to be soft. Sometimes it's, you know, cooked on and ain't going nowhere. Oh, yuck. Okay. But sometimes you just need to move it out of the way so you can get a better look. Okay, I don't see anything raised. Let's look at that. Where's that loop? Let's see if we can see anything this way. Okay, this looks like a normal small S. Ta-da! Let's look at the back. Paul is here. Good, now we can get going. And stop talking about her. Okay, what's in the back? It's pretty good shape here for a 1941 S. A lot of times you get them and they're just gnarled up. But you can still find them in pocket change. Okay, how you look at that up at the top? That looks pretty even, pretty straight up. Ta-da! All right, we got a 1941 S, small S, pretty normal. 1941 S. And from Spikehead. There. It'd be so much easier if you had a short name, because I wouldn't have to write the whole darn thing across the bottom of that and run out of room and then turn sideways up the page. I'll just call you SHDC. That might work. Okay, there's two. Next, what do we got? This is on the scope. Okay, here's 1941. We're showing this off last night during the Q&A. That's a pretty interesting woody. Lots of character on this one. All right, a woody such as this, it's where you have a variegated color, right? And it's going to be light and dark, and it's usually in a parallel form, right? Follow this. There's my stick. You're going to find that it's the rolling of the ingot into a sheet that stretches these anomalies out, and it's a mix in the alloy is what it is. Right? Oftentimes, I think the greatest cause is too much tin in a particular spot. That's got fantastic color. That's a peach. Okay. Because you get more before 1963 than you do after, you know, from 1963 on. What was the date on that? 1941 was a great year for it. 1941 Woody. And that's That's from SHDC. Oh, that's so much easier. There, I'm done. But the Woodies they have character, right? You're searching rolls too? You find anything? And Ethel Benikoff is here. Cajun's here. Cajun just put up a great little video about Ida Herring and her quilt for cancer. It's well worth a watch. It's only like 2 minutes. Hey, I tell you what. Let me click on, where'd he go? Where's Cajun? There's Cajun. How come I can't go to his channel? This is so unfair. I used to be able to. I can pin his message. I don't know what that would do. Report him, remove him, put him in timeout, hide him. Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way here. Okay, let's see. Stand by. Where's Cajun? What's that? What is that? There. Okay, watch. And you get his hat first thing. Where's the screen? Here is the screen. Ta-da! Can we see a damn thing? I can't move stuff. There. Okay, we moved it. And this is Cajun Coin Hunter. He's okay, but man, he's got that thick Cajun accent. He's hard to understand. Cajun Coin Hunter. He's got his own hat. Okay, he's got a quilt for cancer auction, and it's for Ida Herring, and he's got links right below the video to Ida's channel, plus Mama T and Big T. The auction is what, 3 weeks from now on the 14th of next month. So I'm going to give you this link. Stand by, stand by. There's the link, so you can go peruse that if you like. Why didn't it go in? There. Okay. Find my way back. What's this button do? Okay, I gotta find my way back. Are we there? I think we're there. Okay. They were having just a chit chat, and Mama T came up with the idea, and it grew and grew and grew, and finally became so well developed that yeah, Ida Herring is making a quilt using the channel logos of all these people on YouTube. And if you'd like to be on that quilt, send her $5 or $10 or whatever you like for materials, because there's quilts and padding and string and super glue and stuff that she's got to have to make the thing. But they're going to auction it off, and it's all going to the Susan G or Susan B. Coleman. I had it written down here. Let's see, the Susan G. Coleman Foundation for Breast Cancer. Look, I'm a big supporter of breasts. I love the things. Let's keep them healthy. And they're going to auction it off on Big T's channel. It should be a hell of a thing. Make sure you watch it when it comes time, at least. But if you don't have a channel, well, she'll just emboss your name on that thing, because this chick can sew. No fooling. It's a cause that goes beyond coins. Coin collecting is not always just about the coin. There's the community, honestly, the people you meet and the networks you build in the hobby. That's worth far more than, half the coins out there. The other half of the coins blow it away, but, we don't have those. We got regular stuff here. What you got here, it's a 1960D, and I want to look hard at that D, because 1960D, you got a whole lot of RPMs. What you got on the back? Anything I can see? The back looks pretty normal. Yeah, not too bad off. Okay, let's zoom in on this. And you got about, what, 240, 250 different repunched mint marks. That's where the guy's punching the mint mark in by hand, and it's not right, it's not good enough, and that is an RPM. So he bumps it again, but he doesn't exactly get it in exactly the right place, so you end up with 2 Ds. Let me show you this. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so we've got the first one, which is going to be the, the hard to see piece, and then he's got the second one. So here's your mint mark. All right, that's a D from 1960. All right, and it's got the inside, which is shaped like a D, but look at it. you're going to see the repunching is right here. You get this extra bit right in the center of that D. Ta-da! D for ta-da! If you can't be a booby supporter. That's right, you boobs, all of you. So this is a 1960 large date, huh? Because you got to know all this stuff, right? There's a large date and a small date, and we got an RPM. So I'm going to go over to Konica, because that's my go-to for quick. Okay, where's Konica? And let's see if we can attribute this, tell you exactly which one it is. Here's the screen. Okay, good enough. And I want RPMs from no, that's 1958. RPMs, Lincoln Memorial Cents, 59 to 89. Okay, we got an RPM. It's a 1960D. And it's real easy. Just look at the pictures and decide which one looks like what you got. I'm going to pull up this one and keep going, because a lot of them are going to be similar. Man, there's some similar ones. And it's over on the right side, and the inside of the D is what we're looking for. I'll pull that one up. I don't think it's that one, but we'll pull it up. So, geez, when you got 240 of them, it gets really tough to assign the exact attribution unless you do all the homework. And in some of these, it gets down to checking those markers, and they can be really specific. Okay, there's one batch. There's another 113. Let's look at all these, see which one looks kind of similar. You can see, well, if you could see this, you'd see that sometimes it's just little splits on the tips of the serifs. And this is the process. You know, you get into it, you get experience. It'll be a whole lot easier on some of these. But 1960, you got so darn many of them. Okay, let's see what we got. We pulled up number 3, and this is what we should probably see on a number 3. Can you see what I can see? Let me look. All right, there we go. So we're going to D over D west. So that first strike is to the west. I should see possibly a little bit of extra metal between the serifs, plus this big bit in the center. So let's see what we got. Scope. Oh boy. Boy, this is going to be so hard. So I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at theirs. It's not a match. Okay, the big giveaway. Can I pull up the screen on this? Pointer, image, new. Okay, let me pull up a screenshot and have it on the same page. Let's see, scope. Make that visible. There. So there's what I got on the scope. Can we see? That's too big. That's going to be really hard. All right, let me shrink this down. No, I tell you what, I'll make it bigger so we can see the darn D. I'll move the D in the camera and then slide the whole thing over here to the right. Now, can we see it? I think we can see it. Need a little bigger here. Let me see. Wait, this is really hard. All right, what's the dead giveaway that it's not number 3? Let's look at the position of this mint mark, and you can see it's not in the right spot. The mint mark, as we see it, it's gone. There. It's much lower than the specimen being referenced. Okay, so it's not number 3. Let's kill that one off. Let's check the next one. Okay, we got some bits in the middle. We should also have some bits on the right side. You can almost see the entire D here. And compare that with what we got. I've got nothing on the outside. I've got nothing to the right of that mint mark, so that's not a really good match at all. Okay, let's kill that one off. Let's try this last one. What do you got? D over D east, RPM number 27. It's just not a good match. Look, I've got a little tongue sticking out, right, which would be part of the D. So it's not a match for that one. So I got no matches over here on Friday Vista. All right, let's try copper coins. That's probably going to be your best bet because he's got the best darn pictures. 1960. Let's go to Denver, Denver, mint mark variety, and submit the search. And the same darn thing, we just look at pictures. Boy, this one looks awfully close. It's listed by Konica, so I may have overlooked it. Do we have anything on the left side? Let me pull that up. If we got anything on the left side of that D, ooh, that's kind of starting to look pretty good. I got to get just the right tilt. Boy, this is really hard. See, I got to see the coin. It's gone. I got to see the mint mark. And ideally, I've got enough showing to make a diagnosis. Wow, that's not too bad at all. Okay, let's see what Copper Coin says for their number 2. Okay, let's see. It's a large date. Yep, okay. A very nice west spread in this repunched mint mark. Its appearance is close to that of RPM number 3, but its position is in relation to the date is lower. Aha. Okay, let's pull up my little camera. Can we? Wow, this is going to be tough. There. And move this over. Let's see the position relative to the date. If I draw a line from the left side of that mint mark straight up, that's a very good match. But I think Copper Coin's example is a little bit further to the left than the example I'm trying to scope out here. But the D looks quite nice. But I don't think or at least the inside, but I don't think the left side is quite sharp enough to discern. All right, where's my scope? It's a lot easier when I don't have to show people what I'm doing as I'm doing it. All right, I do have an extra bar on the left side, but it's got some wear on it. Where'd you go? So now I want to look at the mint. Come on, find me. There's that. There's the date. Let's try to get that exactly level. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger somehow, but that's going to block out the page. Oh, here, I'll just scroll up. Aha, that worked. Make it bigger. Bigger. Oh, here's how you make it. You zoom out. Okay, then we compare this little picture that we see on this. Stop moving. You can move a little bit. Boy, when you get down to this size, just the tiniest little budge is going to move it a long distance. All right, and move it up. So, do we have the same mint mark position? Huh. If I draw a line straight up from that D, I'm going to come right to about the center of the 9. And if we do it on mine, actually I've got a pointer. Let's see if I got a pointer. Let's see, webcam, Windows, image. All right, I'm going to add a pointer. What happened? God, I hate it when it does that. Okay, we're going to add an image, add an existing image, and I got a pointer in here somewhere. Hey, does F3 work? Okay, F3 doesn't work. Go back. Let's kill that off. Yes. And we'll add in that one that does work. Image, existing, pointer. There, okay. And I gotta flip this over. So I grab it by this line and whoop, look at that. She's flipped over. So I'm gonna look at this, and if I draw a line straight up and down, boy, it is awfully close. But I think that this one is a little bit further to the right. Yeah, compared to what you got over here. How can I get all of these showing up? There, there, okay. Nope, what? Oh man, I screwed up the page here. This button? No, that button. There. Boy, that's awfully close. Let's look at some die markers. How we got this little bit under the chin. This would be a middle die stage. Yeah, that's a middle die stage. Let's see if we can find that. And then we're looking, after that, we're looking for some issues on that last column. That's all we see. Okay, where's the, here's this chin. So we should be looking at that. Oops. I'm going to click on this one. There it is. Right about, say, here. Or maybe there. I got a couple of issues here, a couple of little thingies. Some discoloration that's attention grabbing. So is it or isn't it? Time for the loop. I'm not able to confirm that. I've got a bit of raised metal over here, right? But if I look at the angle from the chin out to my little blemish, which could be some little bit of raised metal, could be a die gouge, could be God knows what. It's a different angle than what you got from what's shown. But I got something there, but it doesn't show. I can't see it on the loop. Huh. Well, if I had to make the call, would you call it the same one? Stop moving, buddy. So, wait. You got to make the call. If you had to make the call, would you say that these are the same? Not enough information. There's another 150 of these we haven't even looked at. Okay, I'm going to set that aside because you can spend hours trying to identify the right 1960D RPM. 1960D RPM from, let's see, Arrowhead Broken. What did we list that as before? Spikehead die track. Spike HS SH DC. Yeah, because we're not going to take all day on this. Literally hundreds of these things. Numbering exactly the right one, yeah, you need the time. And I don't intend to be on air for 14 hours. Okay, next. Where are we here? We're going to go to the next one. Let me find the chat because people are talking. They probably have answers. Anybody have answers? I'm just in background listening and eyeing chat. Hi, Blues. And drinking a gallon of coffee. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. Where is your clear tentacles when you? Where are your clear tentacles when you need them? The ink didn't dry on those things, so they got smudged all to hell, and I just had to send them away. Those are. I got a desk. What is it? A desk jet, and these are laser. So I got to find somebody with a laser printer locally so I can print them off. I'll call Pete, see if they got one down there. I bet you they do. They get a few printers. But the right printer and the right transparency, yeah, you got a hell of a tool. Just dropped in and hit that good hunting all. Thank you, Gregory Arbuckle. Good to see you. Here we've got a 1949 S. Wheat penny. Liberty looks right. Let's look at his eye. Eye looks good. In God we trust. Looks pretty normal. Ooh, 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 what's that? We got some doo-doo on there. Oh, well, let's look at the detail first and we'll talk about the doo-doo. That's a little squished up. Okay, what happens here? For many, many years, um, many years, businesses have done things like send out promotional materials. They call them, you ready? Advertisements. And in some of these things, they'll put a coin in there and stick it on there with some glue or, some sort of rubber cement or adhesive. This is not coming up. It's not loose. All right. And, well, it doesn't come off sometimes. That's, dude, that's in there. That's permanent. All right. Every now and then, another coin will get squished into this doo-doo, this goo, this gunk, and leave its imprint. They call it adhesive doubling. Well, there's Ida. Ida, we were just talking about you. Nothing good though. Okay, we'll put that away. I just got some doo-doo on the back. Easy Coins is here. How you doing? I'm doing beautiful. I was outside, but it's cold out there. It's like 52. I was dying, so I came back in and said, I'll do this. Okay, we'll get a 1949S. And that's from Spikehead Die Crack. There you go. But we hope to find some neat stuff. Oh, I'm going through some rolls that a fellow over on Twitter had sent in. Check this out. Look, it's the Federal Reserve Bank of the Big Show. Dum, dum. I need some really good music. Dum, dum, dum. Some dramatic pause music. Yeah. Well, he sent one roll and it says mixed. Well, we're going to find out what it is. So we're looking and see what we can find. Oh, this one I pulled out. This was right on the top of the stack. Aha. What you got here? It's a 1945D. Okay, the D looks right. The date looks right. Let's look at the eyeball. That looks right. Liberty's good. Huh. Trust looks good. Let's look at the back. Okay, E pluribus unum looks normal. Tips look good. The thickness in the bottom looks good. The letters look good. Huh. Why, it's a perfectly normal coin. Except for the giant lamination across the front. All right, remember them woodies? Okay, take a woody and put it on steroids, all right, and take out the discoloration. It's the same idea. It's a problem with the alloy mix, and it's not bonding, right? It's not properly bonding, and it kind of peels off, much like a lamination. Okay, so they call it a lamination error. It's a planchet flaw. There we go. And again, the same patterns exist. They're in a line, and you can follow these a lot of times across the entire coin. Look, I'm trying to move the coin and moving the camera. Right, so they're always directional. Sometimes they'll be on both sides of the coin. Now that's the direction on the other side. I want to turn it, and it's gonna, because it's upside down, and it's the same direction. This is a lamination on both sides, is what we have here. 39 degrees. Oh, you can have that stuff. Man, I moved to Florida from Maine because, well, let's face it, the snow shoveling was so much easier. And I got to tell you, in the 20 years I've been down here, I've shoveled snow this many times. Not the fingers, that many. 0. You can have that snow, baby. There's days you cannot get warm. Yeah, I can stand the heat. That cold will shut you down. Another one. Okay, let's look around. It's a 1960. And that is a small or large date. Let's look at that. That's a small date. Yeah. Okay, you see the top of the 6 is what I call the big tell, right? It kind of lines up with the bottom end of the 6. They're in a straight line. Okay, we'll get over here and do some drawing. Okay, 6, and it looks like this. Okay, that's in a line. Whereas a large date goes way over. See that? It just keeps on going. So they don't really line up. It's larger. See that? This is kind of lined up. The swoop just keeps on going. Large date. Okay. Also the size of the 0. Ta-da! And I've got that other one I can pull right out. Where'd that go? I don't know. We lost that already. 49S, 60D. Okay. So we'll look at them side by side. And we should be able to see a difference. Okay, there's a large and there's a small. Ta-da! Size of the 9, size of the 6. The 0 is real close. But that's a small date over there. Or is it just a mashed up large date? I'm confident that's a large and small. Let's put a line across the top from the 1 to the 0. And I can do that with this here piece of paper. This is going to be next to impossible. Dun-dun-dun. I'll use my other finger for bracing. There you go. And the 9 is a little bit higher than that line. Over here, on the one I'm saying is a small, this is going to be really hard. Get in the camera. Okay, I draw a line from the 1 to the 0, and my 9 is just a hair below that line. Okay, small date. Chuck was showing me that earlier today. What did he show you? The line trick? There we go. Okay, there's the large date. We'll put that back. I could probably label that as large date. My pen is drying up. Large date. Yep. There's different markers to use. If you can't tell from looking easily, well, get in there and measure the darn thing. And here, the 9 looks a little bit flattened, and you can see the tail of the 6 is a little fatter. So I'm going to look and say, is it or isn't it a large or small date? So this is going to be a 1960D small date. So instead of looking at the letters, we looked at their position relative to each other. Now, why is this in here? Is there something special about it? Let's poke around. Paula is correct. The inside of the 6 and 0 in the small date are about the same size. Okay, the inside of the 6. Oh, look, so if we took the 6 and made it a circle, now I got to pull out this other one. That's the right one? No, that's a 41 small ass. I got 4 coins here. I can't get them. See, look, I put this away with no coin in it. All right, let's look at that again. So we drew it. Okay, let me draw this one out. Okay, 6. This is the large date. And 0. Okay, it's about that big. And we do the small date. There we go. Boy, I can't art. You're asking a lot out of me if you're asking me to do some artwork with a drying up pen. Okay. Yeah, that's as close as I can art. There. There's your large date. See how the top is bigger, right? See how this is kind of lined up? But now, let's look at this line. There's your bottom. There's your bottom. The top, if this were a full circle, right? Well, either it's way above or I got to slope it downward to hit. Whereas over here, if this was a full circle, it'd be about even. Aha. Well, there's a neat one. The inside of the 6 is the same size as the 0. Does that make sense? Let's look at that. Let's prove our case. Does the lower circle of the 6, if we completed that, would it be about the same size? And over here, would that be a whole lot smaller, wouldn't it? Okay, so that's a large date with an RPM, and that's a small date. And we're going to look and see. Right in the top serif is a little tiny notch. It's an RPM. Okay, good. I'm not going to go through 240 and figure out which one it is. It's going to be good enough for me just to say it's an RPM. It's a small one. It's a tiny one. Let's get in here and have a look. There, you can just see that secondary RPM coming off the bottom of the upper serif. And we got a little bit on the lower part. Boy, it's tiny, man. It's really small. Right now, we are at the limit of my photographic ability. I don't think I'm going to be able to show the bottom, but that does come across as a split serif on the bottom. All right, but the top, yeah, that one jumps right out at you. Okay, there it is. Yep, I got the camera down at an angle, I mean tight, trying to show it off here. And it is tough. No matter, we got a winner though. Me too, Ken, give me the sunshine. Whew, I'll send some your way, it'll be there in a month and a half. The Canadian geese are heading north. They've been squawking for a couple of weeks. Okay, that's the large. What's that? Is there one over here? Well, that's large. And that's the same. That's small. Okay, let's get this in a holder. There. Sunshine's coming, baby. I wish you would draw an illustration on the 1970 large and small dates. I wish I could draw. Dude, I can barely spell my name. Have you seen my handwriting? I should have been a doctor. I used to write letters to my mother like this and say, Dr. Ken. I couldn't tell her the truth. Break her heart. Yeah, I'm in construction, Ma. Okay. Illustrations. We need some blank sheet. Okay, 1970. And I'm gonna stretch it. Okay, 19, measure 1, right? What's a 9 look like on a 1970? Kind of about like this, right? And then you get a 7. Is there, but there might be a thing here. Okay. And then a 0. I think I got it. Okay, no, this needs, how do I can't copy and paste. There's a way around everything. Give me the paper. we can make this work. You don't need coins to talk about coins. You just need a pen and some paper. There. Because I drew this a little too low. This wants to be a little bit higher. That's just an awful. Throw that out. Okay, we'll start over. Okay. 1970. Ta-da! There, this is a large date. How do I tell that this is a large date? All right. Let's draw a line right here. Low is large, right? What you got here? You have a mnemonic device. That's a mnemonic device. You know, a way to remember things. Low is large. The 7 is low. I'm going to draw a line up here. Low is large. Now look at this. The 9 points down here. If I were to continue that 9, it's going to point down here. Low is large. You following me? And liberty on these is going to be pretty sharp. Going to be nice, sharp liberty. Liberty. Cut. There, cuts like a knife. Small date. All right. We got the same one, and this should be straighter. Okay, let's see. 1. And we got this here, 9. Okay, boy, that's just awful. Okay, no. That's too big. 1. You're killing me. Kinda. All right. This is going to have to be as good as it gets. All right. The bottom of the 7 is even. The top of the 7 is even. Check this out. If you look at it real close, has a little point, a little low ridge in between the upper and the lower. It's almost like it's 2 different pieces. All right. And this inside of the 9 points that way. That point's low. This is low. That's low. Low is large. This is going to be small. And liberty is kind of not as sharp. Kind of soft. Sharp, soft. Okay. And it must have an S. You get the people, I got a 1970D. Is it a large date or a small date? No. No difference in design there. Crease in the 7 is on the large date also. Okay. I'm going to start drinking. That's all there is to it. All right, I'm over at PCGS here. I'm going to pull up Lincoln Cent Moderns. Let's get to the bottom of this right now. There's a screenshot. Okay, we don't need this. Let me kill the scope and get rid of that pointy. There, okay. All right. Because these, I can get you an actual photo pretty quick. Here's a small date. Ta-da! Here's a large date. Ta-da! How accurate are we? Wait for the pictures. There. Now I got to click on the pictures. There's a 1970S. This is a small date. And this is a large date. Click on it. Load. Anytime, baby. Open in new tab. Okay, there. So we got a small date here. Right? This is not a small date. It's a PCGS picture, right? is it? This says small date. This is not a small date. What are you selling? Okay, the large date has the crease. Open a new tab. Zoom in. See the 9? Okay, on the left side we get the small date. And that 9 is pointing over here to the right. Okay? Draw a line from the 1 to the 0. Is not above or below it. Over here, the large date, that one has a crease. Okay. Go home. Oh, sorry. Nope. This one, it's not the crease here. No crease. Crease. There. Okay, I had that one backwards. Another thing, see the end of this over here on the large date? It's kind of a, squared off end of the 9. Over here on the small date, it's like a chiseled point. All right, let's get over here. Where'd we go? Home, screen, scope. Scope. No. Screen. Okay, here we go. On the large date, can we see it? Yeah. Stop. There, on the large date, you get a nice crispy Liberty. You can pick it out. Over here, the Liberty's kind of mushy. Okay. You get the 9. You get the chiseled point on the bottom of the 9. You get the 9 pointing to the right. The 7 fits within the lines. And then you get this one over here. You get the flat end. The crease is on the large date, right? If I draw my lines, my 7 is low at the top. The guy couldn't, he was terrible at coloring books too. Same guy. And you got the, crisper Liberty. Yup. This one on the right is worth, a quarter. This one on the left is worth $50. Yeah, you can find these in pocket change. No fooling. What I like about the people that come into this channel is they actually do find this stuff. Home, and go back to the scope. Okay, any more questions on that one, Ida? Because I think we just beat the hell out of that. We did catch the crease. Grab another cup of coffee. I'm gonna grab some coffee. I got some, but I didn't put enough sugar in it. Yeah, and it's just not right. Plus, I have to use the, I have to stir my beans. So we're gonna take a break. You look at the pictures there. There we go. So it helps to have a reference. There we go. What happened while I was gone? Check Messenger. Oh, look, we got a picture. Open image in new tab. Okay, let's see. Wow, that's a huge picture. Let me try to save that to disk so I get it sized right, because it's like 3 times my screen here. Let me save that as Z70S. Okay, it's a PNG. Save it where I can find it. I'm going to save that. Wait for it. Okay. Oh, then I can click on it. Oh, look at that. All right, I got to find the chat again. This it? No. How about that? Okay, there's the chat. So here's the screen, and this is what was sent. And well, that's not it. Here it is. And this is just too big. So I had to change that, save it to disk, so we could look at it over here. There. See, we got the whole thing. Let me see if we can get the whole thing in there. There. Here it is. Can we see the right side of it? I gotta cut it. I gotta hide my head. That one. Good. Okay. Here's what we can see. Okay, 7 and 0 are the same height. That's a small date. No crease over the 7. No crease over the 7. So we're looking here. Nope, no crease. But over here in the large date, see that shadow, how it extends across the 7? Yaha. And look at the height difference. It's a little lower than the line, and it kind of lower than the bottom line. Well, good. We're getting this nailed down. It really helps to take notes. Okay, where's the, here's this. And let's go home. Then I got to find the chat again. There. We'll work it out. I'm digging it, but I kept the old pot for GPs. GPs. Well, oh, I'm good. Okay, let me catch up. Christ, you woke up. Chris is up? Chris's coin channel's in here. Well, good. It's Coin Dragon. I'm back. Had to cook some chicken. Yeah. My Keurig just took a crap. Man, I'm sorry. I feel your pain. I got 16 different ways to make coffee around here. You know, I got the regular pot. I usually have an extra machine out in the garage, and sometimes they crap out. I keep the pot because you never know when you're going to break one of those. But I try to get the same darn machine every time I replace them, so that I get spare parts. If that doesn't work, and I can always boil it on the stove. And if that don't work, dude, I can take it outside and cook it up in the fire pit. I got these fire bricks all lined up. Okay, here's one. Draw this 9 for yourself. Okay, here's a spot. The 9, in my opinion, is the big tell. Okay, and if you can draw the 9, you've got a good chance of figuring it out. But practice is probably what you need. Okay, there's like the regular 9. All right, and over here, we're going to really turn up the heat on the hair curlers here. That's just awful drawing. Okay, but I want to focus on 2 things. The blunt end versus the chiseled end, and the direction that the inside of that 9 points. The ugly pig. I got an ugly pig here somewhere. Where'd she go? Here she is. I keep her handy. That's an ugly pig right there. Yeah. You don't get this kind of entertainment anywhere else. I've been up all day. Get back to work. Don't give me your sob stories. You're here to do your job. Do it. Get out of my face. That's why they keep sending me Mother's Day cards 5 years after I left the company. All right, we're going to keep on going with this. Are we done with the scratch paper? Because we're actually looking at coins. Believe it or not. Okay. There. Let's look at another one. What's this one, you suppose? I have a blunt body. Yeah. You got a dad bod. Yeah. Okay, I never had a chiseled bod. Back when I was young, I was like, you know, this. Now I'm older, and it's like if you put like another 15 coins in there, but just in the middle. Okay, we got a 1945. 1945 looks real good. I might be a little zoomed in too much. Here's Liberty looking pretty sharp. All right, we got some pretty decent shape on this one. I'd give this an XF. Okay, I want to look at that eye. Can we turn up the light? Nope. Are those getting dimmer? Can we tell? I'll leave this thing on like 24/7. All right, the eye looks good to me. Got a little bit of luster on here, just little splashes of it here and there. Okay, and that's an XF piece. How about the back? What you got? We got some crud on there. E pluribus unum. That all looks good. Okay, so we got a 1945S. All right. Now, 1945. 1945 from Spikehead Die Crack. All right, give me a flip. Where the hell they go? There. A smoke and a pancake. Make sure I don't get them confused. Sun Coffee. Geez, if you had to, just put it in a nice tight little container. They make these pizza ovens. You take a pizza box, right? You cut a rectangle over the top, and then you like get some duct tape and some plastic wrap, and it gets hot. It'll get to 130 degrees in there. What's this from? It's another one of those dastardly 1960Ds. Large date or small date, guys? What do you call it? Large or small? What's your pickup point to tell large and small? If you looked at that, what would tell you that it's a large or a small date, and which one do you see that it is? I'll get around here. Liberty looks pretty right. Enjoy your dad bod, because before you know it, it'll be a granddad bod. No bueno. Yeah, it's a darn shame. That's a large date. And I'm going to guess it's in here for two reasons. One, it's as red as ever. See anything special out of place? Unusual? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. The height of the 9. This like 20 minutes ago I asked this question. The height of the 9, and see the height of the 6 compared to the 0? That's a large date, but the 6 keeps on going way over here, and the 9 is higher than the 1. Sure, where it points to. On the 70S, it would work. 0 is circular. It is large. It is large. Okay, good enough. Let's look at that mint mark, because I'm going to guess there might be something with that. Oh, I get a little split in the bottom. I get a split on the bottom of that mint mark. Let's see if we can see that. This is going to be real hard. The lower serif has a little split in it. If I get the light just right, we might be able to see it. Lighting and focus. And there it is. Dum-da-dum. I've seen this one before. The bottom serif says ant. And it says thank you. I think I got it now. Isn't it wonderful when the lights go on? Once the lights go on, right, you realize there are little tiny details that if you pay attention to them, it's going to give it away. And once you're focusing on that level of detail, then you can pick it out every single time. You just became a better collector. Congratulations. Yeah, I love it when the lights go off. All right, let's see if we can compare that. That's a 1960D. I'm going to go over to, what if I still have that up here? Wow, I've opened like 30 different tabs. Wow, here's PCGS's. 6 tabs in there. I'm going to go to Righty Vista. RPMs. 1960D. Okay, because I've seen this. I think I've got like 4 of these. Some are more common than others. You can't tell nothing in these pictures. Man, I'll be all day trying to figure out which one exactly it is. Okay, I'm gonna mark it as a. I'm gonna mark that as a large date. RPM, and whoever gets it, it's up. It's their problem, man. Okay, 1960D, large date, RPM. There, and we'll stick it away. I can't see the chat. It keeps screwing up my screen. I gotta have the chat like float there. 1960D, large date, RPM, real shiner. Something like this goes for, you know, $3 to $5 pretty easily. No fooling. How much are repunch mint marks worth? I think probably, you know, higher grades, they can draw, you know, 10 to 20, sometimes a little more, but it's got to be a really fantastic mint mark, right? Like sticking out of his head or something. There, find the chat. There. Nope. Okay, what you got? Another one? How many of these we got? Okay, we're going to set this one aside. This is another one. And you can see a split. Boy, it's tough to see that split down on the bottom. That's an RPM. 1960 D, another RPM. Could I make a statement about the cancer auction? There you go. You can make a statement. You can post links. You can talk it up. Yeah, you got it, baby. I can go to your page. If you want me to go someplace and show a page, I'll do that for you. Let me look up Ida Herring here, because I can't seem to get to your page through what I'm doing. So I'll just type it in. Ta-da! Yeah, I'll give you some attention. Okay, here's a screen. What's this? We can see it. Okay, here. You type in Ida Herring, and it'll take you to, you ready? To Ida Herring's channel. Ida makes quilts. This is one right here, and they're looking at this. This is beautiful quality. Can I open that? I can't open that. Okay, look, she's a long arm quilter. This is good quality stuff. This is the stuff they put in shows. Look, here's some pictures of quilts. Ta-da. What you got? 250 subs? I'm gonna wait to continue this show until we got 260 subs over on Ida's channel. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a link to Ida's channel. There's copy. Let's see, here's the stream. Here's the link to Ida's channel. Get over there and subscribe. And this is a 1960D large date. Okay, Ida says, can I make a statement? Yep. The 9. No, the 6. Okay, there's a link. That's a link to Ida's channel, distant on the 6. distant on the 6. The 9 is a little bit higher than the 1. Where'd my pointer go? Okay, I shrunk my pointer into oblivion. Let me bring that back. It's gone. There's one. Okay, Ida's going to talk up her cancer quilt auction. Okay, see the 1? That 9 is a little bit higher than 1. Okay, if I draw a line from the end of the lower 6, I still got more over here to the top right. Right? See the height of the 0? And if I made this a circle, it's going to be shorter. That's a large date. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting that away. And then I'll go back and check your channel and see if we got, 260 subs. And then we'll continue. Look, if I see any more 1960D RPMs in this roll, I'm going to just pass them up for the duration of this show, because I'll lose my mind on those things. There's so there are many of them. Jody Gomez has put together a collection. I think he's missing 4, believe it or not. Only 4. And he's been doing that for 20 years. For 20 years, people have put together complete sets of Lincoln cents in far less time. Okay, this is going to be, when we get back to it, on 1944. Hey, Linda. Okay, here's the screen, and I gave you the link there to Ida Herring's channel, which is here. Right, she's got 250 subscribers. Honestly, needs more, particularly for this project. She's got the quilt for cancer collaboration request. Pay attention to these. Read these. It's 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Special now. It's a minute and a half. Honestly, these are quick and well worth your time. If you like, I'll go and pee, and you guys. I can go stir the beans, and you guys can watch that video. But yeah, she's been talking it up for weeks now. Yeah, well, you get a few views. I think you deserve a whole lot more. 255. All right. Where's my lighter? I'm going to smoke. Yep. And wait for people to get over and subscribe. Just hit that button that says subscribe. 257. We can get going in 3 more. We will continue this show when Ida reaches 260 subscribers. You got 257. But to subscribe effectively, right, you got to hit the button, the little bell, watch a video, and leave a comment to that video. Then you really get news. If she does something, you'll get a notification. Let me check out the chat here real quick. You don't see Ida's channel? Huh. And did you call her something funny? Maybe she blocked you. I'm going to give you the link over here one more time. Here's copy. And in the chat, I got Control V. That should get you home. Where's the scope? And we'll get back to that. That's all I can do. David, click on the 3 dots by my name, and it will pop up. There it is. Home. Where's the screen? Here's the, no, that's those double stuffed quarters. Okay, where's my pointer? Okay. So there's 2 ways to find Ida's channel. The first way, there, is click on this link right here. All right. The second way is you go to Ida, right? Here she is, and over here on the side, if I hover my mouse over her name, you're going to see 3 little dots show up. If you click on those 3 little dots, it'll give you a some stuff, and you can go view their channel. I got a different menu because that's my stream. That's the way that works. A new giveaway to the Cancer Gift Quilt Auction. It is a custom quilt for people who donate to the auction. For a chance at it, donate to the auction, send it to Big T, and your name will go in the drawing. Well, there you go. That'll work. Let's get back over to Ida and see where you are. You're at 257. We'll reload that. We're at 261, folks. God love you. Okay, now don't just click on it so you can hear me talk. You know, subscribe to her so you can watch these videos. They're 2 minutes, 3 minutes, a minute and a half. They're real simple and easy. Right? I can't play them. Well, I probably could, but I'd have to kill off the noise because you can't do the noise. Here you go. Let's show. Look at this. Look at the effects that she's got. How do I get a curtain? I'll be sending out another update to the stickers very soon. However, I just want to let everyone know that you only have 9 days left to get them to her because she is quilting up a storm and wearing her little fingers out. And there's more news. What's this say? You need the guy pulling the ropes on these curtains to work a little bit harder. Okay. You can get your name on the quilt as follows. Send your channel sticker in to Ida. Must be received in my shop no later than February 29. It's a leap year, so I get it. Oh, wait, I'm not done reading. Okay, wait. Okay, send a high-resolution image of your sticker to Ida. And here's her email address, no later than February 29. If you do not have a channel sticker and you want to be included on the quilt, you can email me your channel name, and let me know what you want to include. And do me a favor and throw in $5 to cover the cost of putting the quilt together, Okay, there, look, we got you to 261. God love you. Any more? Yeah, that's good. There, a little boost for Ida. Okay, I'm going to exit that out and get back to work here. Where are you? Scope. Okay, good. There we are. Yeah, we're just doing what we can to help. Look, I can't sew, right? I can barely draw. I think I proved that. Right? I can't sing. You don't want me to try. Dance? Forget it. But by God, I can show off and promote something that some people are doing some good in this world for a change. 1944. What do you see on this? We're gonna have to zoom out. Look, you see the parallel nature of these lamination cracks, and it's actually peeled up in some places. I'm gonna zoom out. Now I'm going to turn this a little sideways, try to get better lighting. And let's see if we can see these. Focus, please. No, this button. There's so many buttons and controls around here. All right. See how these lines are straight up and down? The left side of this, the right side of this little piece over here, and it continues down here. And these, they're all parallel. These are the telltale signs of a lamination. And that's that alloy mix I talk about. Anything on the back? No, not necessarily. Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. 261, good. Hopefully it'll help. You know, what if we get 1,000 names on that thing and 1,000 people bidding on that quilt? What are we going to do for boobs in this world? Hopefully some good. Yeah. I'd get some fake boobs, but let's face it, I'd never get off the couch ever again. Okay, get a 1944. And lamb. I don't actually write the whole word lamination. I just write the word lamb, and that's good enough for me. They'll figure it out. Or not. This is a giveaway. Okay, you got two things going on. All right. I see you. A new giveaway to the Cancer Quilt Auction. It's a custom quilt for people who donate to the auction. So you're making 2 quilts, is this right? Wow. Yep. If you want to stay warm this winter, get together with Ida. Okay, 1956. 1956 is one of those dates that has a unique design all to its own, and it shows up best on the Liberty. Liberty is bigger on 1956 and 56D than years before and after. One place to hunt for these, for varieties, is around the eyelid. 1956 and D, the only known double dyes are on the eyelid. Okay, we get some marks up on here. What's that? That's a slash. Okay, I don't see anything. Well, it's a wheat penny. People like the wheat pennies. That'll work. And thank you, Ida, for making the world a better place. 1957D. I got no dye chips. Nothing around the eyelid. Right? No, that's a crisp eyelid. 1957D, you have several repunched mint marks associated with that date. That sure was a big fat bottom on that D. Where'd that loop gone? Oh, I've got to get one around my neck. It's the only way I'm ever going to find anything. Here's one. This is why I keep 6 of the darn things on the desk. All right. Oh, there's I don't know, a dozen or so known RPMs on 1957D. And I think the best way to see this one is going to be pull this off and look at it at a steep angle and try to get it to focus. All right, there we go. There's the D. And you're looking for little splits on those serifs. Well, I see it with a loop. You're going to see more with your eyeball and a decent loop than you ever will with a camera. Yeah, but I got a split on the lower. It's a very tiny, tiny RPM. There we go. We get some extra meat across the bottom of that mint mark. Well, good. We found another one. So all these come from SHDC. Okay, give me a piece of paper. 1957D RPM. There. Now I might go through these further to take some actual photos because we need so many photos for the database. But this one is, I think it's just outside the limit of my camera ability right now. We're working on it. There we go. Next one. How many got through? We got through like 4 pennies so far. 1942 D. What's wrong with that 2? Okay, Liberty looks good. In and around the eyeball looks good. Let's look at In God We Trust. Those look pretty decent. You get that long bottom on the 2. You get some heavy dye wear. Kind of stretches out the letters. Okay, I don't see anything that stands out. Micro RPM. Well, it's little. What we got on this one? Okay, I don't see anything out of the ordinary on this. It's a well-worn piece. It has a contact mark on the upper serif, and that can kind of give people the idea that it's an RPM. The 2 is looking mighty long because it's a, well, it's poor man's double die is effectively what's going on here. But that kind of looks like an RPM, but it's not. That's a little boink is what's going on there. So we'll put those with the wheats. Nothing on that one. 1957D. It's kind of begging to be a split. Let's look at the eye. Look at the date. Liberty. Let's look at the eye again. Let's look at that with a loop. Eye is normal. All right. This one is a triple repunchment mark. So this is a D over D over D. And to see it, we got to be able to see that lower serif. And this is going to be really, really hard because we're down just as far as we could possibly get with this camera equipment. Now I can see that with my unclosed eye and a $3 loop. But I'm not showing it here very well. But I can show you others. Okay, we can kind of see it here on the lower serif. Yeah, that's got 3 points on there, so you get 2 splits. Okay, but I don't think I'm going to be able to actually give you a visual on that one. Wow, where we're going to be in another 5 years. 10 years ago, we could barely put photos up live. Okay, I'm going to go to Variety Vista. Go to 1957D. RPMs. I click it, nothing happens. There it is. And see if we can see. At least we can show you what I'm looking at. Maybe. That one looks promising. There are several triple Ds. Okay, to the screen. Ready? Let's see. Where is home? No, I want the screen. There's the screen. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, here's a full list over at Variety Vista. Now that's not complete. Copper coins can easily have some that are not listed here. Wexler, well, he doesn't have his listings online for 57D. So I get to look and compare. Okay, how about this one? Boy, that's an awfully fat, and I've got bits at the top, which I'm not seeing on the example here. Let's compare this one to that. No, that lower serif isn't quite as chubby as what we're seeing here. See how chubby that is? That's like the fat kid in class. Okay, it's not that one. What you got here? Okay, you get this thick section down the bottom. A little extra at the top. That's not what we're looking at. And then you get this beastie. All right, what's this, a die crack? We'll have to look for that because this is highly similar. See, he's got the same issues. Not quite sharp enough on the camera resolution to see these extra bits at the bottom. Okay, copper coins. $1957D. Mint mark variety. Okay, let's go through it. First, can you see what I can see? No. Ta-da! That's coppercoins.com. And let's scroll through and see what we can see. Nope, 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 nope. This is looking pretty, kind of good. Here's that fatty we just looked at, number 9. See how fat that is? Maybe. Let's pull him up. Look at this. He's got 50. How many's he got? He's got 44 mint marks showing, whereas Variety Vista has 21. Well, somebody's been doing their homework. Okay, let's keep on going. Look at page 2. Nope, maybe. That's a D over D. That's a single. Have we got this bit at the front? I don't think I saw it. No, I don't have a bit at the front. Okay, back to work, screenshot. Okay, I don't have this bit at the front. Nope, nothing below. Here I got one at the top. This is one at the bottom, and that's nope, that's not a match. This is not a match, not a match, not a match. Keep it going. Nope, nope. No, no. Look at this one. Let's get a bit at the top. Let's look at this one. Nope, 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 nope. Painstaking, isn't it? All right, here's what I got for candidates. Got a die chip in the 5, a die chip in the 9. These would be later die stage. Triple serif show. All burst listed as double die number 4. Okay, we'll get in there and have a look at that. And we'll want to see the RTY. Come back. Oh, nope. Scope. I'm not feeling the love on this one. Now, okay, back to the date. Here we are. I'm not feeling the love on this one. Let's look at the die position. Okay, screen. So there's a screen, and I have the webcam. No, don't need that. Window? No, don't need that. Scope? There it is. I get too many things in this image. Okay. I might kill this. I keep on loading this stuff up. What's that now? Kill it. There. And I get too loaded. I can't, I can't move anything. I can't grab it. I'm grabbing something else. Move that out. There. Now we can see the mint mark. And hide the pointer. There. So there's your mint mark. I'm going to be able to see it. And our position. Okay, make sure it's kind of square and level. This one's much more horizontal. The piece I'm looking at, it seems to have a little bit of a slope to the right, perhaps. But how's the position? I think my specimen is further to the left. But at the same time, but that's a candidate, but I'm not seeing the doubling over here. Well, it's a little worn. Let's look at this one. Okay, the repunch mint mark shows a tripled lower serif and a doubled upper serif. This is promising. And obverse is listed as double die number 6. All right, check the position of that mint mark. Ooh, I can do it here. What? Stop it. See how painstaking this is? I mean, you can figure the stuff out, but it's going to take time. The mint mark on the bottom here, this is definitely lower than the upper specimen. Oh, I can't show the upper. Okay, I can't point at the upper. This one is lower. So it's not that one. How about number 10 here? Konica 10, RPM 36. Wexler's got 36 more. A southwest spread shows the highly doubled upper serif and vertical bar. We don't have a vertical bar. Okay. And this one was that specimen's too high. So I'm back again to this one. All right, but I don't have these marks. Okay, I want to see that DDO number 4. Dive ready search. 1957D double die burst number 4. There were no items selected. Philly, Denver, double die burst. Oh, yeah, you can't tell at 957. 1, 2, 3, 4. Southwest spread on Birdie and Liberty. And these are probably the exact same photos. Okay, he's got a little extra on the back here. A couple of die chips. What are we looking at here? Just these lines. A lot of polishing marks. Let's look at the back of this. Where are you? Where'd the scope go? Here we go. It's gone. Okay. Using the data available, I'm not able to pinpoint exactly what RPM that is. There. Okay. I don't have Wexler's listings, and I cannot verify what he has. We'll get there eventually. So for now, all we have is it's an RPM, and it's unlisted. Now I can list it on my attribution, but I got to keep an eye out for when he pops his up. 1957D RPM. So we got that much. Ken, do you also look for the die scratches like on Wexler's list? Yeah, whenever possible. The wear on this one is sufficient that I'm not really picking up those fine die markers. And they disappeared, but I don't see anything on the back of that even comes close to a polishing mark. I'm going to guess it's an early die stage of the one we looked at on copper coins, number 26, but I can't detect the doubling on the obverse, and my specimen does not have the die chip showing on his. He's got a later die stage, perhaps. Could be, and that would bring out the polishing marks and the die chips. And if I have some wear on my example, that can, well, cover up the doubling on the RTY. Yeah, it's a challenge sometimes. Let's find my way back. There it is. Well, we just chug along and move forward is what we do. New RPM, unknown. I don't have access to Wexler's listings, and he's got 36. Does that include what we have over here on copper coins? Chuck has 44 on copper coins, right? Variety Vista has 21, and Wexler has at least 36. And I know for a fact that a lot of them don't have all the listings that all the others have, which is why you have these funny unmatching counts. Could it be new? Possibly, but it's inconclusive. What you got here going on? What you got there? We got a squish D on this one. Okay, there we go. If I draw a line from the D, this line here, this mark, if I draw that straight out, it's going to pretty much line up with whatever this is. So this looks like a bit of squish. Something flat, and there's a top, there's another edge, and that's pretty much a straight line. So that looks like something drove over that. Okay, 54. I want to look at the very bottom under this 4. So I'm not making anything there. The eyeball looks good. Liberty looks splendid. I'm going to zoom out so I can see the coin. Where are you? There we go. So it's not an RPM. It's a little damage to it as well. Let's try this side. Pluribus looks right and tight. Color's kind of variegated, but it's not a woody. Okay, it kind of looks like an RPM because it's got this big fat honk on the top, on the bottom of it, but that's a bit of damage. All that is. Yeah, I see no other splits on there. Okay, we'll put that with these little wheats. Smash the like button by all means. It helps YouTube, you know, figure out what's good, what's worth watching. And they measure by interaction. How much interaction does a show get for, you know, how many people are watching? So the more likes, the higher up in the ranking you get, and that gets that'll it gets suggested more when you're watching a video somewhere. It'll be over there on the side where they got all these other videos. I got a 1957D. How you look? How you look? I got moderate wear on this. This is the lower end of VF. So right about here is where you start to lose the ability to diagnose a lot of stuff. Pull out the little one. Some dust on it. Huh. A lot of crud on there. I can't see a thing. See this dark crud here? Let's try to see if we can budge some of that. That ain't moving. Yep, that's a sharp side. Did something move? I tried again. Okay, inconclusive. I'm not able to tell if there's anything going on with that RPM. There's a lot of crud in the way. It doesn't want to move. I can't tell. The rest of the coin looks perfectly normal. Okay. Well, if you get these coins, have a look for yourself. What'd you already do? I already did that. Hmm. 52 is a great date for RPMs. You get these little horns sticking out. I just had a toothpick. There. How does it get that far away? You get these little horns sticking out over to the right, and I like to see that sort of thing. How you look up close. Oh, well, you don't even need the little horn. Okay, this is an easy one, I'm sure. Let's take a look at Variety B-Star. $52D. Oh, where's the coffee? $52D. Okay. Let me pull up my list here real quick. Man, I use that database 10 times a day. What I got to know is how many different mint mark styles were used in 1952 in Denver. I believe it's 2. Okay, that's going to take a long time to scroll that way. Oh, okay, I have not ordered these by mint mark style. 1952D. Here's a screen. Okay, here's the behind the scenes stuff. 1952D, you get 3, not 2, but you got 3 different mint mark styles used that year. So we've got SND001 is the normal design if you don't, further disambiguate that mint mark. So for that mint mark style, where the hell's the mint mark style? DVD, okay, there we go. So you get SMS, which is standard mint mark style number 3, number 4, and number 5. You get 3 different mint mark styles used that year. So let's kill this, kill that, kill this, kill that. There you go. Yeah, they're real tight. They're real close. So I got to figure out which one have we got here. It's not that one. It's not this one. It's not that one. Not that one. Nope. 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 Maybe. Nope. Come back. Okay, where's the screen? Now what's going on here? Oh, okay. There it is. So let me grab this. Okay, so here we got that big fat mint mark, the one with a big fat bottom. Okay, there. I think we can do it. And I want to compare that mint mark location with what is showing on some of these. And this one up here, no good. That's this one I'm pointing at is 2 parts to the left, whereas the one under the scope is definitely over to the right. But it's got the big fat bottom that I want to see. Nope, 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 maybe. Nope, 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 and nope. Okay, I don't seem to have a notch over here. So, copper coins. 1952. D. Mint mark. Submit. How many of the copper coins had? They had 25, but one's unassigned. One got canceled. So they got 24 different listing. Copper coins gets into the 40s. How many's he got? Well, heads for it. He's got 37 listed, plus the 2 OMMs. Okay, let's get started. Can we see it? There we go. Okay. No, no, no. Maybe. Close spread to the east. This looks real good. This looks real good. Money punching close spread, secondary mint mark to the east. The mint mark was punched close to the 5 on this die. Whereas, what have I got? I got a pretty good distance between the 5. Yeah, this is much closer. This distance is not enough. Okay, I'm going to cancel that one. Nope, 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 nope. Can't tell. Nope. Nope. Okay, I don't have a match. No match. Are my eyes starting to bleed? Are there listings with no photos? Is it a new one? I don't have enough information to make that call. Where are you here? Oh, there. Okay. I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm going to have a smoke. You already did that. Polish buildup. I don't know what that means. There we go. Then in between every coin, I got to readjust the scope. So here we go. That's not what I want. What happened? Bear with me here. I got to take this off. There. And here's the scope. There. What? Okay. What you got here? It's a 56D. We'll look at RPMs and we'll look at the eye. I'm going to look at that hard. Well, it's in decent shape. You got some natural luster on there for sure. But I got no indicators of doubling. Although there's plenty of dye wear on there. And I've got no indicators of an RPM that I can detect. Somebody would be happy to have it. 115 minutes and going strong. Well, my nicotine levels are getting light. We'll get some damage on this one. All right, look at the whole coin, right? You start seeing damage, you're gonna think, you're gonna see some weird stuff for sure. We got a dye chip in the bottom of the B in Liberty. We'll get a big fat 7. Okay, I gotta look this up. I need mint mark position. Right Vista, there it is. Okay, double die. That's the wrong button. Click on the stuff that I want to click on, not this other stuff. DDO 57D. All right, we had the screen with the webcam. Nope. With the image. Nope. With the scope. Hold on. I'm losing my mind. Screenshot with a scope. Where'd the scope go? Nope. Didn't we have that? Screenshot. Where'd the scope go? It was on here before. Oh, that. Okay. So there's the darn screen. And here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this big fat 7. Big fat one. Fatty, fat, fat. And when I see that, I want to look for a dye chip in the bottom of the L of the B in Liberty. Because in later stages, watch this, here's stage B, that big fat 7. I got a dye chip in the bottom of the B in Liberty in stage C. Nope, stage D. All right, but I got to find this other bits. I want to see something going on the top of the 9. I want to see some separation lines in RTY of Liberty. But dude, this is just about impossible. I got a lot of damage going on this coin, a lot of wear. So I'm not picking up anything on these, dude. It's gone. But this supports the idea, but that's not enough because you got all kinds of dye chips on 57D. But I got this big fat 7. All right, so now I want to look at mint mark position. Okay, mint mark position is becoming a key indicator of this thing. So I'm going to compare this mint mark. What's my best picture of the mint mark location? Right there. Huh. Draw a line straight up from the 9. Look at the height. Now, is the mint mark just squished? The mint mark position looks real good. All right, I gotta go. I gotta find other markers. I'm not gonna see anything on the 9. I got a lot. I got a lot of gouges, a lot of scrapes across this coin. Right on the mint mark itself, I get a lot of gouges, a lot of smashes. Same with a 9. I can't use any of the markers shown so far to identify this coin. All right, the only thing I've got is a big fat 7 and a chip in the lower B. Okay, do you think we're going to find some die scratches on the back? I'm not hopeful of a coin in this condition. Where is it? No, this thing's it's shot out. Okay, all I can say that for a fact that this is it's got a die chip in a good spot, but there's not enough here to verify it. How about a die chip on the T of cent or die break on the left wheat lines? All right, so it kills it for number 1, at least up through stage E. We'll never tell if there's a die chip on the T. Okay, well, that's what I suspect it is, but I got no way to verify it. It's too far gone. So all I got is a die chip on that one. I'll put that with these little wheats. Did YouTubers send you these RPM? These came in from Spiked Head Die Crack. He's on YouTube. He's been in here. I think he's working. He's right above you, about 6 messages. He sent a whole bunch of stuff. We opened it up yesterday. And where's the home page? There it is. So we got a bunch of rolls to try to find. Look, he sent this one. It's a Federal Reserve Bank of the Big Show. Ta-da! So we're going to put a bunch of these, into the Big Show each week for several weeks, and for many, many weeks it would appear. We're going through. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls here. There's this one. God only knows what's in there. We got the Shiners, which are 2017P. Some of them appear to be DDOs. I've gone through a couple of them. Right now we're going through the mixed roll, finding out what we got. And then he's got a roll of Oh Canada. Ain't nothing wrong with Canadian pennies. Yep. And then he sent a whole bunch of other stuff on top of that. So we're just looking. But we get kind of particular into things. We get into these extreme details that help people learn. So I figured if I'm going to do it, I may as well talk while I do it. 1956D. What do you got? I got a squished up mint mark. Nothing on the I. Nothing Liberty. Nothing showing there. Pretty normal on this side. We got a couple of 56Ds have been added so far. We picked out a few mint marks, repunched mint marks for sure. A couple of lamination issues. Here, I want to see what's on the back of that D. Okay, that's kind of flattened out. Let's see what we got on that mint mark. Let's see what we got on the back of that mint mark. Let's get closer. appears to be a D over horizontal D. Okay, or, or, can you see it? Friday Vista, RPMs. No, okay. RPM 53D. That's funny. Is that 53? All right, I got to do some homework here. 53. D. What's Wexler got? How about Konica 8? What's the position on that? Kind of high. Not high enough. Nope. Okay, try copper coins. Huh. 1953. D. Mint mark variety. Here's what I'm trying to figure out is, here's a screen. And here's what he's got. Let me move this up just a hair. And I got this bit on the left side, which is lean. It's very lean and thin and well detailed and shaped like an S. But there's no listings for a 53D over S, which causes me to think that this point is actually a corner, and it kind of looks like a horizontal D. But the closest match I've got so far is here, which is Konica 8. Has some extra meat on the side. Fortunately, he's got plenty of them, so we'll just keep on going. Huh. This one's special. Well, we got no listings on Wexler's, or we got no matches on Wexler, especially for the OMMs. I can't find anything on Konica's site. None of these are a match. All right, what the hell what are we looking at? All right, what did they use for a mint mark in 1953? D. Okay, 1953D. We got 3 different mint marks used in 53 at Denver. And that's going to be mint marks 3, 5, and 6. Okay, let's go up here. 1953S. Where the hell they go? What, I don't have it listed? Probably use the trumpet tail. Okay, let's look this stuff up here. Making sense. RPMs. Go back one. Mint mark styles. So 53 used the tall mint mark. Well, that'd be just about impossible, wouldn't it? Okay, here's a screen. On this mint mark, I've got a thin curve on the left side of the vertical of the D, right? Which to me looks not unlike an S. Now, the mint mark used in 1953 is the tall mint mark, right? You get a kind of a bulb at the bottom, more of a point at the top, right? It's not too far from the trumpet tail. Where's the trumpet tail? Okay, a little rounder than the trumpet tail, right? And there's a ball serif, but the ball's at the top and it's more pointy at the bottom, so it's a different mint mark for sure. Now, what if I turn this on its side? Would that on its side look like what we're seeing? There are no known or no reported D over S for 1953. So let's put that out as a wild theory, because this fat part doesn't match it. It would have to be a D over horizontal S. Now it's getting even more wild. But a D over horizontal D, that's a pretty good reason for a repunching, I'd say. Okay, where's that little loop? All right, let's try this. Turn that sideways so I can get to it. Is there something here that's not supposed to be here? No, that's solid. To me, that looks like a curve, which suggests an inverted mint mark or a horizontal mint mark, right? Because how do I get a curve from a flat side of the D? It's not making sense. It's not lining up with anything. I'm going to hold on to this one, and we're going to show it off to a few people. 1953 S mint mark anomaly. There, because that one is different. That's not like all the other mint marks. It's like the Rudolph mint mark. None of the other repunch mint marks want to play with this one. Okay, I'm going to save that one aside, and we're going to share that with a few people that I know and see if we can come up with an answer for that. Because that one's got me stuck. Is he behaving? Mostly. I did curse a couple of times. AZ says it looks like a D over a horizontal D. Kinda. Here's what I expect to see from a D over a horizontal D. Okay. Let's see. Right in here. Get going. Here's a regular D. Right. And if it was a horizontal D, I would expect to see a bit of a curve. Okay. Maybe, the inside and outside, maybe a bump or an angle here, which would be, the D on its side. So I want to see that. Or is it this is my first suspicion, and this would be a stretch. So I'm trying to look at this, but I don't see any listings for a D over horizontal D. I got no match. I can't see squat on my phone. How do people do it? I don't know, man. Hold the phone really close, or hold it overhead and take a picture. Why did they take a picture of themselves up here? And just, I don't know. You get those people on Facebook and they just love themselves so much they can take 30 photos of themselves every day. Here I am looking cute. All right, whatever. You're washing dishes. Whatever you like. Okay. That's a mint mark anomaly. I'm not able to explain this one. It's not a match with anything that I can find right off. That's not it. Yep. And I'm going to put that across a couple of people and see what we can get for some input. We'll go from there. Okay. This needs to go in the special box, which is actually back here. There we go. Now I'm going to take a moment here because it's time for me to take a little break. Here, you can look at the pretty pictures. I'll be back in a moment, okay? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Not unusual to be loved by anyone. That Wayne Newton that sings that. Baby, is Wayne Newton still playing in Vegas? You'll find out for me, will you? All right, who's here? Coin Dragon's here, planning on a show either later tonight or tomorrow, getting my spreadsheet set up. Well, good. What's your show about? How to do a spreadsheet. Yeah, I gotta stir the beans. It's the coffee. Yeah, I drink. What is that? Oh, that's the coin. Wait a minute. Let me set my screen up again. There. This time we get a 1958 D. And it looks like the 1958 double die number 1. Yeah, that's good for $100,000. Good find. I thank you for thanks for sending it to me. I'm gonna go buy a car. We got some pretty heavy machine doubling on this is what's going on. See how flat that is? Makes the devices thinner. Oh, can we do that? Can we do that? Can we make them thinner? What if I do this? Oh, it shrinks the whole darn thing. All right. How can I shrink that and make it thinner? I'm going to move this way. Thinner. Thinner, thinner. Okay, look at the size of the inside of the 8. Let me see if I can draw this. Okay, we got 8. Can we see this here? Yeah, 8. It looks like a snowman, right? Okay, and these are pretty consistent. These are pretty well, I'm not consistent. Okay. And you look at the thicknesses here. Right, look at how thick that is here and here and here and here and in different places. And it's fairly consistent. So if you see one section is really, really thin, much thinner than the other sections, that is an indicator of machine doubling. So let's look at, let's say, the thickness from the lower line here. There's your first line, there's your second line, there's your outside. The shadow kind of frigs it up. But here, if I compare this thickness, this is a lot thicker through here from line to line than from the bottom line to the first line in. But if I measure from the bottom line to the inside line, it's about the same. It's made thinner. Same thing up here. This is very thin right up here. Whereas this is much thicker. This is classic machine doubling. I hate to tell you. That's what it is. There's no splits, right? The 5 is squared off. It comes inside the corner. It's around. The design was already on the coin. They had struck the coin, right? So these design details are already here. And then it got kind of bumped again real hard, but not with enough force for a second strike. Another key indicator, the mint mark is added after the die is produced. So if you have a doubled die, chances are you're not going to have a doubled mint mark because it is punched after the die is already there. It's already doubled. So if I have the same doubling on the mint mark here, right, same direction, same distance, it's going to be machine doubling every single time. Let's see if we can see that on the mint mark. Yeah, this is classic machine doubling is what that is. And these are flat. There's no relief to them. Here, let's look to the size of this shadow line. Maybe it's more of a crud line. Okay. Inside might work. It's different height. See the thickness of this dark line at in the inside of the 9, and this shadow line is much thinner. And that's the indicator that it doesn't have much relief. Whereas a double die is almost always, of relief. It got some body to it. Okay, let's look around for more. No, I'm not saying any more. Just on the date. Well, you get a little machine doubling. What's going on? Let's look at nearby devices. Nose, no. Okay, that's machine doubling. Let's look at the back of the coin. It's a great teaching coin. Oh, those 69 S's. Everybody and his brother pulls them out and says, oh, I found the big one. Okay, good. Sell it. You're lucky you get $2 for it, really. Yeah, machine doubling is common. I don't have a statistic to offer you, but it's common. Really, really, really common. Right? If you would like an example of machine doubling, open up a couple rolls of pennies, you'll probably find several examples. All right. And I'm seeing it being sold. People are selling the darn things for like $2, plus $3 shipping. And that's really, that's a loss of $4.99 in my opinion. Common, so common, it makes no sense to purchase the darn things. Even extreme examples. No, nothing there. Okay, that's what that one is. What you got next? A 55D with a whole lot of stuff going on. What's out on the bottom? This is damage, right? We got some more over here, just some bumps. This little bit on the bottom is damage, but this begs attention. Yeah. Do not buy machine doubled coins. You see it on eBay all the time. Double die. It ain't no fucking double die, you son of a bitch. The culpability must lie with the seller. Right? If the seller does not know what he has, that's a problem. If he does know what he has and he calls us something else, that's an even bigger problem. All right, what you got there? Is that a well-placed knock? You see what's on the inside of that D. got something on the inside, but I want to see first if it moves, because it's not uncommon to get a little piece of, lint or dust or fuzz or chicken feathers or something in there, some cheese curl stuff. All right, that's as much as I can touch it. All right. What you got here? I got a D, and the upper serif appears to have a substantial split. All right, I got a bulge on the bottom, but that is consistent with an impact. If I change the direction of the light here, you can see that it's got, got a bend to it, got a fold. Now I go to the inside of the D, where I seem to have some extra metal. This is consistent with an RPM, rather than a well-placed contact mark that left a little cleave in there. Okay, then we got this bit on the left side. This is consistent with an RPM. So let's get over to the screen. All right, and look one up. Okay, home for you, RPMs 55D. I bet you we can pick this one right out. We're looking for a big fat split on the left side. That's big and fat. Let's leave that as a, let's open that as a candidate. This one's kind of got a big fat split on the side. That's all we got for you. This has the bits on the inside. It's got the bit on the left side. It's got a big fat bottom. I got a big fat bottom. And I cannot lie. Ta-da! There you go. This is a good match. It's a really good match. See this little cleft? Good match. At this point, the part on the left, stage B, has worn out. You're not going to see it there. What's going on here? This seems to come back. This might be the example he's showing, because it seems to come back. Yeah. Well, this is a good match for RPM number 4, D over D southwest. Let's look at mint mark position. Can we see it? Let me get that square. It helps to have it straight. And if we can actually see the darn mint mark, wow, that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? Okay, where are you? That's a real nice match for the mint mark location. Yep, left, right, top to bottom. This is a good match. The cleft is right. The bits on the inside is right. This little cleft right in here is right. We got this little bit here. All right, how about die scratches on the obverse? Can we find these? Front of the nose going mostly down, but a little bit to the left. Nah, we're not going to pick those up on this. Okay, there was a die scratch somewhere in front of the 1. Die scratch from the 1. Where the hell's the 1? Yeah, we got that. We're going to be able to see that? No, I think the word's too much for that. Let's get that loop out here. That's a match. We have a match. Under the loop, I'm able to pick up these die scratches. So yeah, we got RPM number 4 right here in front of us. There, have you got one? And that's a big fat RPM. There it is, side by side. We can get that to show up, that'd be wonderful. Okay, what are they saying for values? Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are canned. I can't do a darn thing with these. All right, if you want to look at the values on RPMs, probably your best bet is going to be copper coins. He's more in touch with the market, and he only deals with the pennies. 1955 Denver mint mark variety. And which one does he have it listed as? He has it as number 4. Okay, so Chuck calls it number 4. A very nice, there's that word again, and strong repunch mint mark. Be aware that the earlier die stages show little or no separation between the primary and secondary mint marks, whereas the later die stages show significant separation. There you go, and that's that little bit we saw on the left side. We got the inside, we got that, we got this. I've got these scratches in this location. That's a goodie. What do you got here that I should find? More scratches. Okay, what's it? You know, it's good for 1, 2, 2.5, 3, $4. You know, $4 or $5. Once you get into the real high grades, superior coins, MS65, you know, 10, 12, $15. So this one's probably good for $2.5, $3. A couple of bucks. There it is. Okay, let's write this one down. Can you see any of this, or am I just talking? Let me hold on. There it is. There's home. Okay, there we got it. Try to get my mouse to work here. Let's see, 1955, and that's going to be DRPM. And what do we call that? Konica 4. And it's copper coins. 1mm004. Okay. Then we look at the sand and the 1955D. Here we go. There's the DDOs, there's RPMs, and cross references for Konica 4. Right here is this line, SRPM number 4. Good. I need the pictures. Now we'll get that put away. There's a peach. Next. There, we're back. What are your stages or die states that you're building? As many as we can. We'll add a listing under the primary listing, and we've got a way to add the stage to the nomenclature. Oh, where are you here? Inventory pop right. Where is it? That's the wrong list. Sand. Okay, here we go. That's not what I want to see. So here's the actual formula for this stuff, right? So you got geez, your little nomenclature can be a mile long. There's a short version and a long version, right? For this, no, that's memorials. For this, we've got the short version is SRPM number 4. The long version is US 1 cent 1955D SRPM 004. And we can enhance that with more disambiguation, such as variety type plus die stage. Then we have the listing number, unique identification number, grade. May have to add series in some instances, but for the most part, SRPM 004 is the simple one. There it is. That's the formula we use. Doesn't have to have everything, so we got some parts in parentheses. There we go. That's a good one. Okay, next. What you got here? I can't see it. I need 3 screens. I need more screens. It's a 57D. The 7 looks good. Might be the start of a die chip inside the 9. What you got in Liberty? Liberty looks perfectly normal. Got some doo-doo on there. Eyeball looks sound. You got a die scratch up there on between God and we. Look at the back. Unum is well spaced and even letters. No hockey puck on the L. The tops of the wheats look splendid. What's that mark? That may be a small lamination here. See how it looks like a dried up, cuticle on your finger? That's probably a small lamination here and here. A couple of them. Yeah, those are pretty small. Don't really want to bother with those. Just too darn small to bother with. Okay. What you got here? Let's look at that. Let's look at that D. Look at the upper serif on that D. No, let's look at the lower serif. That's a split. There you go. That's a little split on the bottom. And there may be one on the top as well. Okay, so at the mint mark, it was punched, and then it was just tilted just a little bit. Right, and then punched again. $19.50. Give me some ink. $19.57D. RPM. Yeah, you want class 9 double dies. Talk to Frank. He's got a couple of rolls of them. I picked up a couple of rolls, or at least one. Yep, bid on them. What are you doing on your show? You're gonna hustle some of them class 9 rolls. Okay, where are you here? Oh God, it's a 60D. And the bottom of the mint mark looks kind of fat. That looks normal. This looks normal. There's a little break from those wheats. I don't see anything atypical on the reverse. So since the rolls marked RPMs, we'll go down and look at this RPM. And it looks like a split on the upper serif. A tiny one, man. What if we can see one on the lower serif? And upper and lower serifs, we got splits. All right. What do you got 2 or 3 of? I think I have 2 or 3. Also, I have some higher end goodies. All right. 1960D RPM. And I'm leaving it at that. Where's the flips? I'm out. Here's some more. Ooh. And now a word from our sponsor. Look, I have 2x2. I have 2x2 unclassified vinyl flips. These are guardhouse brands. These are guardhouse brands. Side of the box off. I got them box off. I got them thousands. They're stiff. They're stiff. There's no softeners in there. No softeners in there. No PVC in there, which will mess with your coin. There are softeners in some of these flips which leach out over time. Leach out over. They're okay for low value coins that are already in some other sort of a container. But we've got these available. We've got these available. Share the price with you here. The price with you here. For $100, it's $8. $100, it's $8. It's for $200. For $200 and a 200 and a first class mailer. First class mailer. It's $5.50 shipping. It goes by weight. For $300. For $300 into these 2x9 boxes. The price on these has gone up. Price on these has gone up just $2 per box. $2 per box. 300 flips. So 300 flips. 3 boxes. In 3 boxes. With the shipping is $38. With the shipping is $38. I can fit as many as 200 in each box. So 600 flips. So 600 flips with 3 2x2 $45 6 of the $45 6 shipping, and that goes out in a priority mailer. You have it in a couple of days. You have it in a couple of days. Works out pretty well. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Back to the show. Back to the show. There. That's my sponsor. How do I get better rates if I sponsor myself? That ad has way too much echo. Huh. All right. Like, what do you mean way too much echo? I think I need
And now a word from our sponsor. Look, I have 2x2 unclassified vinyl flips. These are guardhouse brand. I took the side of the box off. I got them, thousands at a time.
Oh, here's. How about this? What's this button do? Properties. Hmm. I don't know how to fix that. You'll just have to live with the echo. There we go. But I stopped the ad. Is the whole thing coming out? Another 60D. I'm not even going to look at them. Yeah, I can only take so much. 54D. Look at the bottom of that one. 1954D. Try turning off the sound on YouTube when you run it. Okay, let me try that. There's this. Flip ad. Can you hear it? I've got the volume down to nothing on my side. Can you hear a thing? I've got the volume down to nothing on my side. Can you hear anything? Okay, well, nobody's responding, so I'll just keep playing it the way I was, and we'll see what happens. Dang, Tim R. is a posting machine tonight. Sometimes. He doesn't actually do it. He's got a fellow who posts it for him. Running 2 commercials at a time? I'll work on it. So we got 54D here. Get out of here. What the hell? Go home. And a big fat bottom. Yes. Okay. Yes, you hear it, or yes, it's silent. I don't know, man. I'd try to go back and listen again. 54D, that looks normal. Looks like a little die crack in the head, nothing great. The mid mark wants attention. The bottom of that. Got a little extra at the top. Okay, let's get in here. All right, get some on the back. Now I use the big loop for the big jobs, right? It'll say, it's an RPM. And I use that little one to get way in there. Let's see if we can see this. That gets way in there. I can pick out the fibers in that paper, and it helps me to see more things. And it's a better diagnostic tool. On the back of this mint mark, I got some extra bits, some extra metal on the back. I can't quite make out a split on either the top or the bottom, but we definitely have some on the back of that. But I think we're exceeding my photographic limit because this one is real tight. Once you give them attention, they'll never leave you alone. Who are we talking about? I threw all my 60D RPMs in a tube and sold them off. Here you go. You deal with it. I can't look at it anymore. Okay, so we got a 54D. Let's see if we can pinpoint this one. All right. Screen. There it is. Go up here. We're going to pull up RPMs. 1954D. Okay, nope. What do you mean, nope? I don't see a good match for any of these. Okay, copper coins. 1954 Denver. RPM. How many you got? You got a bunch. Okay, I need a big foot on the bottom, a big fat foot sticking out, kind of like this one. These are a lot more listings over here. Maybe. Look at them again. Definitely not this one. Not that one. This one's, I'm not really, that doesn't thrill me. This doesn't thrill me. This one, maybe. We pulled up 8, 11, and that's other stuff. So we pulled up 8 and 11 as the best candidates. So let's pull up 5 as well. Okay, number 5. I got a big blob on the left. Repunch mid-mark shows us a tripled upper serif and a doubled lower serif. I got some meat inside as well. Die crack in the head. How's the position on that one? Stop moving. How's the position on that? Our line here. Height. That's not too bad. How about this one? Close tripled upper and lower serif highlights this one. But I'm not seeing splits on the top. I bet you we can see that polish mark right there. Let me move this over. We're trying to find this polishing mark. Should be at the corner of the bust here. That's not thrilling me. That doesn't thrill me. That's a mid-mark position. Where the hell's a mid-mark? Okay, square that off. Oh, I like that as a much better match for the position. I think the reference here is a little too high for what I have. Okay, what's the next one he's got showing? How you look, how you look. That is far off, but I don't have anything on the inside of this mint mark. I'm going to discount that one altogether. The best match so far appears to be this, but I don't see the splits at the top. I'm not seeing splits across the top. No, I don't like it at all. Okay. I see something on the back, but it's too small to see on this camera. And that's with the 60x loop. I can't call this a mint mark. I can't verify this. Okay, we'll put that in the mix with the rest. Inconclusive on that one. 54S, number 1. Tum tum tum. That's a peach right there. Let me pull this one up. This was an easy one. RPMs. 1954S RPMs. No, not number 1. Number 4. And that's a Konica Top 100. Here's the screen. Here's what he's got. Okay, and here is what Konica has. How are we going to do this? We put it over here. Nope, it's going to go giant again. There, this is it, right there. Focus on the area where it's split, right here in the center. Can you see? There it is. I can see this. Focus on that little bit right in there. We get extra metal right below the point. Yep, showing up for sure. That is Konica RPM number 4. It's an S over S North. Let's see. We probably have it. We started the database using Konica as the foundation, using their numbers first. Right, so we're going to match their numbers as best we can. So there, Konica number 4 is SRPM number 4. And then, when we run through those, we add in Wexler, right, because he's got the next greatest number of listings, and then we follow with copper coins. Dun, dun, dun. So that's SRPM number 4, and that's a real peach. Okay, let's get back to hitting this button. Scope. Wow, that's weird. Oh, I know why. Because I got that shoved way down. Yeah. Okay, so that means I got this one shoved way up. Can I move that down? Yep. Okay, that's SRPM number 4. That's a good one. You can pick that one out from across the room. Let's see. SRPM 4. Let me pull that up on copper coins. $1954 S RPM number 4. Also his number 4. Not listed by 5S Stanton. And Chuck is saying, you know, $3-4 in this kind of grade. Let's see what kind of grade we got. What kind of shape are we in? Okay, I'd give that probably an XF. I got good separation of the cheek and jaw. Give me the arrow. Good separation of the cheek and jaw. There you go. Good crisp details. Just some light wear. Let's look at that in real life. Yeah, I'd give that XF. Let's look at the back. I like to see that second line on the outside when I get to XF, and I've got lots of it. I've got lots of that second line on the outside. How you look otherwise? Yeah, fairly crisp, not screwed up. In XF, copper coin says $3.25. Yeah, now that's a Konica Top 100. It's a peach. It jumps right off the page at you. You can find these in your pocket change. There you go. So if you're collecting RPMs, what do? Just collect anything you can find? Do you go after particular ones? Get the, all the copper, all the hell's the name of that book? Cherry Picker's Guides listings. That'd be a good start. Where's the home page? There, all the Cherry Picker's Guide RPMs. Those will probably be some peaches for sure, but they're going to be harder. They'll probably be more valuable because, well, Cherry Picker, what the hell am I doing? Let me press some more buttons here. There we go. Cherry Picker's Guide tends to list the most extreme, more bodacious, more, coins of character type of things. There you go, 1955D. Looks like something sticking out off the center of that. Nothing on the eyeball. Looks pretty good up here. Let's look at the back. Okay, it's not rotated. Those look even. Okay, standard circulated 1955D. Okay, now Konica has a top 100 list. Wexler has the best of variety. Okay, they're usually pretty good. They jump out. What do you see here? I see flattened serifs is what I see here. Let's try angling that. Those are flattened serifs. We got anything coming off the front of that? Little points? I'm not seeing that. Okay, let's lip it. All right, have we got something on the bottom? Serif. Well, we're not going to see it with this. Try this. I can't make it out. I can't make it out with 60x. I'm going to go with the idea that these are just kind of squished. And that there's nothing here. Okay. We'll put that with the RPM, or with the regular wheats over here. Let me catch up on chat just a bit. There it is. S is a fatty. You haven't found that one, Mike? It's out there. What you got here? What do you have here? Lips. Okay, 1952D. Huh. Huh. That's a neat one. The D is for damage. Be back in a while. Time to fix dinner. What are you having? I was going to have spaghetti tonight. Okay, this, stop moving. We got, what do we got here? We got this bit at the bottom, which is actually higher than the rest of that D. Now, right in here, in the bottom of the 5, there's a little bit of scuff or something. We're not making it out here, but this is higher. whereas the center of the D has been squished flat. It's much lower than this, and the same thing over here. Something rolled across this, and you get a couple of creases, you know, higher up in the D. So that's not an RPM. That's been crushed. Well, let's look at the rest of the coin, see what we got. We got marks all over the thing. It's circulated, it's been around. It's not too screwed up, but right in the right spot, right across that mint mark, oh, something rolled it or crushed it or scraped across. So it's not an RPM. Thank you, Ida. Yeah, you come back anytime. We'll talk about your quilt project. Mantic says, I keep whatever I find. Then once I have critical mass in a series of varieties, I have a shorter list. Sure. Yeah, this one's not a repunch mint mark. Okay, next. 52D, and look at how frigged up that D is. I think I have this one. We should see a split on the bottom D. All right. What do you got here? Look at the way that upper, it's like a ski jump. Look at this. Let me turn it sideways. If you were on a hill, right, wearing skis, and you came across the top of that, how far would you sail? Okay, let's look over here. That's normal. Anything up here standing out? Okay, this looks normal and filthy. And that's normal and filthy. But that bitch is a ski jump. Okay, let's get that centered right. Okay, that's good. And a little more. And let's go hunting for an attribution number. Screen, a little higher. Higher, please. No, lower. Don't move it much, man. Just a little bit. Okay, let's look at this. And where are you? 52D with a ski jump. Boy, 23 looks real good. Eight looks good. Let's start at the top. No. That's fairly ski jumpish. Let's look at 2. Nope. If I were to wear down number 6, that'd be ski jump like. 8 is definitely ski jump like. Did I pull that one up yet? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get them in order. Okay. No. Maybe. Oh, 23 is a powerful ski jump, and so is 24. Okay, so we got. This is number 2. And I got a big, deep cleave in the top of number 2. Can we see any of this? There we go. Let me move this out of the way. All right. Big fat ski jump with a cleave, with a cleft, and I don't have that on the piece I'm looking at. How about this one? Okay, a little tiny cleft up at the top, and a big fat bottom. But I think the center is not quite right. And look at the mint mark position. That's close. We'll leave that as a contender. How about this one? Not even close. The mint mark here is far lower than my example. Okay, it's not number 6. How about this one? Number 24? Nope, I'm way low. Not 24. So I'm going to look for more. I want to look for a little cleft at the very top. I'd love to see a big fat cleft. But this one isn't meant to be. How's the position? I'm a little above. My specimen is a little higher than the reference specimen. So I'm going to look for a cleft. And I want to look for a die chip on the T. And I want to look for a die chip over here. Let's look at the inside shape. Okay, that's all you got is the 2 stages shown. All right, let's flip it over. T. Not a thing wrong with it. That sucks. All right, let's look. What's that cleft? Let's see if we can see a cleft on the top of that mint mark. Stop sliding. You're sliding. Boy, something's there. Right in here, we got a little tiny cleft. Just a little bit of raised up. It's not much, man. Let me verify it. Yeah. Yeah, it's there all right. But boy, it's going to be hard to see. Maybe we can see it this way. Let's find the mint mark. What's that? That's his chin. Lincoln had a powerful chin, didn't he? Okay, wait, it's over here. Down, down, the other down. On the top of that D, I'm looking for a little extra meat, a little cleft. Which way's up? Turn it 90 degrees, then try it. There, can we get in there? Can we see it? A little more light. I'm going to have to move upwards. Seeing it and showing it are two different things, isn't it? Well, I can make it out with my eyeball, but it's a bit small for my camera equipment. Let's find it again. Let's find it. All right, what I need to find is a little piece of extra meat right above that D, and it kind of hints at it here, but showing this is going to be very, very tough. So we're left with a facial recognition, or at least an in-person recognition, that it does appear to be a match for RPM number 8, which is a D over D over D over D with quadrupled serifs. I can make out this point at the top by hand. Inside I got too much doo-doo, right? And down here you got a couple more, but I don't see this die break, which suggests that I have a stage A, because that die break appeared rather early. Well, good. There it is. Let's record that. RPM 8 on a 52D. 52D. Konicka's 8 is SRPM 8. Yup. Well, that's a peach. Come out. And we'll put that baby away. Yup. Geez, I've had people send me coins and it takes, you know, an hour to attribute these correctly sometimes. Just a dog's age. 1965 2-center. Those are really rare ants. Scoops, ski jumps, paddles, and swimming marmots. That coin had it all. Looking for the rare Canadian New Zealand. There was a girl, or I don't know, maybe a guy. They all look the same nowadays. On one of the Facebook groups, who was convinced that she had, to hell was it, a penny, I don't know, 1950 something. But she's convinced, and I don't think anybody's going to tell her otherwise, that it's a mule uh, with a 1900 New Orleans half dime or some damn thing. And, you ready? This gets great. And muled with an Indian scent and muled with something else. I just said, no, no, it ain't. Huh? Four? No, it's not four mules. You have no idea what you're looking at. Look, if you can't tell what damage is, it's a pretty good bet that you can't come up with any other explanation either. Don't try guessing that it's a double die. If you can't tell if it's damage, don't try guessing it's a mule if you can't tell if it's damage. You need to look at another 10,000 pennies. No, another 100,000 pennies. Really, get yourself some experience. It's probably your first day with a loop. Probably the first time she ever saw a coin close up, and everything she's got in her hand is worth a fortune. We get a little extra meat on the bottom of this one. Where's that little one? No. No, that's a smudge of doo-doo or something. Where'd it go? There it is. That's a smudge of doo-doo down below the date. I don't see anything else on here. On the lower serif is a well-placed contact mark, leaving a groove there. But I cannot identify this as an RPM. That's using the Mega Power Scope loop. So it's a 56D. Mules. You know what a mule is? Okay, they're making a quarter, right? That's the idea. And the guy goes over to the press and he takes out the obverse die from whatever they were making before and puts in George Washington's head. Then they press it together to see that it's the right distance apart. They do a little, he wrenches it and puts a little torque on it, make sure it's going to stay where it is. And well, let's run one through just to see if it's working right. And he's got, the head of George Washington and the reverse of, say, a 2,000 Sacagawea dollar. That's a mule. They're not supposed to be like that. You got a pack horse. It's packing something else wrong. Or try this out. They're trying to see if they're adjusted right, and they come together too hard. Haha. There's a 2-cent piece out there, a 2-cent coin, that has a mule clash where the two dies came together and left a clash. So it has the Indian head design clashed onto a 2-center. There's the Flying Eagle cents clash with a Seated Liberty $half. How do you clash a penny with a $half? Well, you can do it if you really try. You hit them machines hard enough, you can make them do just about anything. Okay, that's what mules are. There's a 1959. I'm not looking at this. There's a 1959. One has been found to date. And it is muled with a with a wheat cent back. Really? Some people say Henning made it. What you got here? Oh, there it is. What you got here is the missing S. Well, the idea that you would have a coin from the 50s muled with a coin that was produced 50 years earlier is preposterous. It is the stuff of LSD. Chick is smacked out of her mind. Come on. She'd been eating the sugar smacks. She'd been eating smackaroni and cheese. Oh, oh, that's what this is. Okay, I see it. It's not the mint mark on this one. It's a mixed roll. What you got here? Oh, okay. Let's look at that. What are the diagnostics for a struck through, and what are the diagnostics for a lamination peel? Here I got some metal that's missing. Was something struck in between the die and the planchet, which would leave a void in the coin, or did it get struck and then some of the metal peeled away? All right. For a strike through, I tend to have, where's my arrow? Good sharp edges, which would denote the boundaries, the limits of whatever the hell the material was that was struck through. Laminations tend to have more jaggedy edges, right? I keep saying, kind of like a cuticle. Let's see, there, like a cuticle. It's kind of like on your finger that's a little bit dried up. I'm so glad you can't see this. Look at your own fingers in the winter, and that cuticle kind of peels off. It happens, dry skin. So this is consistent with a lamination rather than crackaroni and booze. Yep. What? No, it ain't that. So this is consistent with a lamination. So I got a 1950S. A little weak on the S. How's the back look? Back looks real good. What's that? Is that a booger? Is that an actual booger? Where'd my stick go? It's gone. Wow, it's totally gone. Where's my bag of sticks? Wow, it's also gone. Okay, I got a drawer full of them. So you can try to take my stick, but you will fail. I just want to get this booger out of here. There. Okay, we got a lamb. 1950S. And you got a little lamb in there for you. Cheapskates here. Someday YouTube might tell me when you go live. I just, grow a wild hair and go for it, man. I schedule a show on, let's say, Thursdays. We'll get the Q&A. And we schedule a show on Sundays, which is, you ready? You ready? Baby, it's the freaking big show. Dum-da-dum. We have that Sundays, most Sundays at 9:30. Not every Sunday at 9:30, but most of them. And after that, I just, whatever I feel. Yeah, I rule this channel by feelings. Die chip, die chip. What you got over here? No, well, maybe a little die chip. Let's run that toothpick up here. Okay, where are you here? Got to get access, have the video ready. All right, let's run that toothpick through this slot. Anything moving? Yeah, we got some crud. All right, nothing there. How about the right side of the B? Wiggle it around. Okay, nothing there. We've got a couple of die chips. Anything on the mint mark? Can you tell? Maybe. Mint mark looks normal. Got some dye deterioration on it. How about the back? Just found a 2004P Wisconsin quarter with an extra booger. Looks like a DDR05. What if it's muled with a DDR number 5? Look, people, Don't go making shit up. The more complex the explanation that you have to come up with to explain what you see on your coin, the more likely it's just going to be a fantastic story. And I don't mean fantastic as in wonderful. I mean fantastic as in smacked out of your mind. Okay, we get some die chips on there. I'll put that right here with the wheats. Really, these things are real simple up there. They take the penny, they put it between two dies, they smack it, out comes a penny. And every now and then something goes wrong. But it goes wrong like that. They did not take a hub, right, from one coin, smash it into the the obverse die for your coin, and then scrape it with a fork, drill into it, put that into the press, and then put in a silver quarter planchet, bend it in half, and then strike it. No, that did not happen. I guarantee that did not happen. Yet there are people out there who have, like, old rusty bottle caps from Walmart parking lot saying that is exactly what they have. We got some damage on this one. 58D. You got a few RPMs on 58D. What you got in here? Get in there. Get in there and look. No, I'm not gonna see anything on this. Yep, it's time to upgrade the camera. How can you not see that? How can you not see that with this camera? Yeah, that's got a solid split on the lower serif. How can you not see that? Let's put some more light on there. There, can you see it now? Yeah, a split on the lower and a little one on the upper, but a much bigger one on the lower serif. Okay, let's look that up. Coffee time. I found a 1983 nickel off center with part of the date missing. Okay, but you figured out it was 1983 at least. Okay, let's go to the screen. Let's try to make it focus so we can see what we're trying to see. 58D, and you're going to have a hard time making out the serifs, but I'll give you the position of the mint mark at least. If I get this thing in there and then let go. The trick is letting go of it without anything sticking to your fingers and shoving at the last moment. Okay, what do you got here? 1958 RPMs, Denver. Okay, it's not that one. Can't tell on that one, can't tell. This one's a candidate, number 6. Okay, not that one, not that one, not this one, not that one, not that one. That one's a candidate. Not a very good one, not that one. Maybe. I can't tell with these photos. Come on, Wiles. And that was a candidate. We got 4 possible candidates. Here's the first one. Let's get these lined up. Can we see that? There we go. Okay, it's not this one. I got no extra meat. Okay, kill it. Bye-bye. How about that one? Pull that up. How's the mint mark position? This is way farther left than what I'm looking at. It ain't that one. How about this one? That's got some meat on the inside. A heavy cleft on the top. It ain't that one. Come on. There. What's this one? Okay. That looked a little too far to the right. I can lose this separation line from somewhere, which I got. So I'm looking at mid-mark position here. Let's look for this die break on the T and cent. Where the hell's the T and cent? Okay, we got the top one. I can't tell on this one. How about this here thing, this little die chip on the outside of the left wheat lines? Okay, that looks good. Die scratches, we ain't gonna see them. There, see, that separation line got thinner in the later stage. Okay, die crack and left wheat grains. That's pretty close. And the die chip below kind of disappeared. Well, how come? No die crack. All right, they replaced the reverse die. But I definitely have this one. This is a bit weak. So I got that for sure. Okay, RPM number 22. $1958D RPM 00022. Good. We're getting some stuff out of these rolls. All right, let's see. There is the chat. I didn't want to ignore you guys, but I got to look at these pennies. It's my job. I'm serious. Holy crap, Zach Spike. I had what? If you give it away, you should make the new owner ID some of them. Damn right. You got to do part of the homework. You got to meet me halfway. If all you want, excuse me, is the quick answer to your question, you ain't learning nothing. What am I showing you? I'm showing you how to go through and look at these things, identify the anomaly, then compare it to known specimens, and attribute the darn things yourself. 54S, touching. See that? Kiss, kiss. Okay, what's over here? I gotta zoom out. I can't see nothing this far in. What you got? Okay, what do you got? In God we trust. See little horns in the T. We got some heavy die wear going on. 1954S. The S is touching. I want to look at the top of that S in particular. You know, if you tell a guy what his RPM is, he'll RPM for a day. If you teach a guy how to attribute an RPM, he'll RPM for the rest of his life. I don't see anything different on the back. Let's look at that S. I want to look at the top of that S in particular. Well, it slid. All right. Scope it. I don't see anything atypical about this one at all, except its position. Okay. So let's go to the screen, get that lined up, get it focused. There we go. And let's see what we got for known varieties, because I don't see anything out of place here. 1954S RPMs. Can we see any of this? There we go. And I'm looking for, what has the S in contact with a 5? Nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, we ran out of stuff. Let's do copper coins, do a drive ready search. 54S, mint mark variety, search. But copper coins has his stuff over on the left side of the screen, so we're going to move this back over. All right, we're looking for the S touching the 5. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Wow, that's right under the something. Well, that's the number 4. Yeah, that's under the 5. See, they were punched in by hand, so that S moves left, right, up, down. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere you want it to be. None of these are in contact with a 5. Okay, so nothing noted on that one. Okay. This one's kind of close, but no. How about this one? Number 16. I want to see some meat on the back of the upper loop. And I want to see a hook coming off the 5. Well, that might be an earlier stage. All right, move this out of the way. But I can't see. What if I do this? Yeah. Well, that kind of looked like a contact mark to me. It's in contact. I got no chip coming off of the bottom tail of that 5. Well, let's give this another examination, because the mint mark location is, well, splendid. I'm going to look and see if I got a die crack over some bugs in the wheat on the back. Well, we got no bugs in the wheat. I got no hook in the 5. So he's calling this a late die stage, and we got no cross references. So let's give that bit on the back of my S a close look and see if we can call it this, but an earlier die stage. No, I can't call this anything. Inconclusive. All right. That bit on the back of the S that I have looks like a contact mark to me. The S looks like a normal dimension S. I got no extra. I've got no matching die markers, except for the mint mark position. Okay, move on. What else we got? Oh, is Shay still here? I gotta find the chat. One moment here. I got one I gotta show you. What's this? A 55D coming up. Looks like a die chip off the 5 too. That'll be an easy one to pick out. Where's the chat? There's the chat. Here's home. Okay, is Shay still in here? Could do that with grading too. The one who IDs the most correct wins. Well, there you go. Take a whole roll and pass them from person to person to person. Yep, and call it a test. Huh. How do you keep one guy from switching them for the next guy after him so he gets them wrong? Put them in holders. You're here? Okay. We came up with this one earlier, and I'm at a loss. There's no extra material, as in debris, okay, in here. And I'm looking at this anomaly on the left side of the mint mark. There's no matching RPM for this. D over horizontal D. Manifest them. Just whip them up with lightning and sparks. What do you make of this one? I've got some weirdness going on the left side of here. It's nice and sharp. It's crisp. It's nice. It's consistent with a D over horizontal D, and it's kind of consistent with, well, a horizontal S, but the serif doesn't match what was used for the date. Twitcheroo. Yeah. So I'm looking at this trying to think, what the hell's going on? There's no listing for a D over horizontal D. All right. I could try to zoom in more. This gets really tough. Nope, I'm off the edge. There we go. Add some more light. Try to add that light right. I got added metal. That's raised metal. It's in a great position. Boy, this is hard. Well, there you go. Below, I've got a lot of doo-doo in place. Well, that's what I've got. With some of these angles, it could be cotton candy stuck on there, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. There you go. That's what I got. Well, that's raised, and it's not caca. It's metal. It's got relief. It's got shape. It's got a nice round shape. I mean, seriously round. How about a backwards D? Well, that's what I got. I put it in the special box. I put it in the special file because I don't have a way to, well, to further qualify it yet. I've got doo-doo in low places. That's right. Yeah. The stuff you find. Whoa! Get back up here. The stuff you find. Well, if you can't explain it now, wait for it later. There is no over mint mark for 1953. Nope. '73S. What are you looking for in a '73S? For doubling, I'm looking right here, right in and around the center of this 3. What you got on this '73S? We should see a little bump on the left, on the back of that S, because the broken mint mark punch. Let's see if we can see this. Let's turn it this way. Nope, that's the wrong side of the damn coin, you dummy. Rotated 150. That's a heck of a rotation, but it is a good reason for a repunch. But no listing. Nobody lists a horizontal D. No, I don't see anything on this one. We don't. They don't. Nobody don't. Yeah, can we see it here? Damn it, stop bumping it with your finger, will you? Cut it out. Well, I've got no RPM on this, and I can't quite pick out the broken punch. Maybe that started up in 74. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary here. All right, what are we looking for? What's special, different, or out of place on this one? On the 3? That sure is a nice reverse. Nice. They should have make them all like this, nice and crisp. Nice. Man, I think it's time for a nap. This looks perfectly normal. I don't see a darn thing wrong with this. Nothing out of place. The tops and the bottoms of the bays are looking right. Huh. FG is sound. T is ever so perky. On the 3, master doubling. On the 3, now you got the 3 little bumps inside the 3. Let me test that. The center spoke of the 3 has 3 little bumps, one left, one right, and one down the center. This looks normal. Palinko's, no, I don't see anything out of the ordinary on this one. Maybe it's a small date. Okay, we'll put that over here. We'll keep on moving. 46D with a wild mint mark. 46D. Look up here. Look over there. Check a little bit up here. Looks okay. Got a lot of crud in this mint mark, man. I don't see a darn thing with that. .46D, I got a lot of doodle around that mint mark, but I don't see any extra raised metal, any funny bits, any splits. There's nothing I can detect here. I've been doing this for like 6 hours. Maybe that's why. I see a normal, abnormal 3. Well, the 3 in 1973 is a funny little center, and that's normal for that. Where's my button? Here it is. Here's your 1973, right? The middle of that 3 kind of does this, right? That's the middle of the 3 on 1973. It's got 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. Hey man, I don't make this up. It looks like a freaking alien 3. Okay, back to work. 19. No, okay, that looks good. What you got here? What you got? 1953 with a broken post. See, in order for there to be a void inside a mint mark, there has to be a post on the die. Now it doesn't stick above the above the fields. It'll go up as far as the fields, but you got a depression on the die that is the D and a raised bit in the middle, which is the center. Well, what if that chips off? What if that breaks off? Then you're going to find, this. 78, 79 are really big dates for these. The early P mint marks, they get a lot of those broken centers. How you look here? That looks okay. That looks okay. Pretty worn out. Okay. Poke and roast. What's this shiny thing? Oh, that's at 2019. Ta-da! Unlisted spike head. 2019. Spike head. Yup. So somebody can win that and list it, or we'll put it in our database and list it with their name from the big show. Yep. Okay. Look, my back hurts. I'm getting hungry. I can't see. I've been looking at 1960 D, small date, large date, medium date, every other date for hours. We've been going. What time is it? It's 8:30. I've been out for damn near 4 hours. Yeah, I've had enough. Home. Where's the home button? There it is. Move that up some. Broken tool is not talked about much. Oh, you get them. There's a broken mint mark punch on the 1974 S. Come on. I need more shells. All right, 1974 S. 1974 S. Let's look at that one. Let's look at 1979 D, which I don't have one. Why don't you have what you need? I take it out, I don't put it back in. Okay, we got a 1974 S. And we're going to see a broken punch, I hope, on that S, which is going to be like a blob kind of spot and a split on the left side of the top. Which I'm not able to show. Can we show it? It's pretty tight, man. It's going to be hard to show. You get the angle right and the camera right, and, eat some macaroni and cheese. And this is a large date, by the way. Okay, let's try PCGS photos. Let's see if we can get something off of there. There's PCGS, and let's try Variety Vista's stuff. Here we go, Mint Mark Styles, San Francisco. There, what you got? 50, 70. Here, perfect. We got a shot over here. Okay, home screen. Ding. Let's get rid of this. That's a button. That's the wrong button. That one, get rid of that. Okay, so over on Variety Vista, there we go. You can see the Mint Mark style number 9, which is the same as the trumpet tail mint mark. right? You go back a few years, this is the trumpet tail mint mark used from 41 to 52, but not in 43 and 44, right? This is the same mint mark used in 1974, right? But it's a little deeper. And on the back of that, let's see if I can open that in a new window. Okay, let's save it to disk. Save it as Z. I save it as Z so it's easy to find. Yes. And then let's open that up. Ta-da! Right there. It's the same trumpet tail. Right? Good sharp point up here. The shadow on this is just awful. But on the left side, you got this groove here. This is a broken punch. This piece right here has chipped off the punch. Is that right? Punch leaves a hole, the coin fills the void. I've got more meat here, so I've got this is the break right in here. That's all it is. You'll see that, and it kind of looks like I repunched mint mark because of the way it bulges. This is perfectly normal. Okay, 1979D has one where it's the bottom of the mint mark has a little chip missing out of it. Which, well, first off, the S's. Yeah, I'm looking at the S mint marks for a D variety. Nah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm going to shut down half these windows. Find a way home. There we go. Geez, did I even show that? I don't know if I even showed that. All right, I'm wearing thin, guys. It's time for me to call it quits. All right, what do you got? Cudzilla's granddad. Popcorn and chocolate for supper. I'm going to party with Ida. See blob on tail of S. That's it. Okay, guys. I've had enough. We went through some stuff. We found some stuff. And some stuff wasn't what we thought. But some, we got some real winners. No question about that. Yeah, we'll be putting some of this stuff into the big show here and there. And we still got, what, 1, 2, 3 more rolls to go. We got them possible DDOs for 2017. We got a whole roll. Bank wrapped from the Federal Reserve Bank at the big show. I'm going to get some of these made. Open for a coin class video, then keep or give away in the big show. Anomalies and rip'ems. There. We'll play with that. Then we'll probably give away the can. When did they do this? When did they put Scotch tape in tins? When was it so economical to put Scotch tape in a tin? Now you're lucky to get a label. They hang it with a label. Did you learn something? Well, good. That's the whole idea. Yep. What day is this? Anybody know? Can somebody tell me? Friday? It's freaking Friday. This is my Friday night. I miss my youth. How do you get back there? Gosh, back in the day on a Friday night, I'd already be a 12-pack in and ready to go all night. All right, guys, let's call it good for now. Hey, you stay groovy, okay?